And now, to honor America, will you please rise and join us in the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening and welcome to the Gridiron on Grandview Avenue in the historic Arkwright Stadium here in Wadsworth, Ohio. Tonight it is Ohio High School playoff football on WCTV. This is the Division II Region 6 semifinal, and we've got a marquee matchup for you this evening, folks. The number 2 seed Wadsworth Grizzlies, undefeated at 11-0, taking on the defending Division II state champions, the number 3 seed 10-1 Avon Eagles. The Eagles' lone loss in week number 2 versus Spruce Creek in Port Orange, Florida. That a 3-point loss. Hello again, I'm Mike Yelkins, and joining me is my partner and color analyst like none other, Mr. Kirk Gray. And Kirk, as we take a look at the Division II Region 6 graphic that just went away, there's nothing like playoff football in Ohio, is there?
No, the air is crisp, stands are full, and both these teams know exactly what's at stake. These programs met nearly 1 year ago in Strongsville at a neutral site, same round, same stakes. Avon won big, 41-10, on their way to a state championship. In that game, Wadsworth had several players with injuries and a few players unable to play due to previous injuries. Wadsworth's been thinking about that 41-10 defeat ever since, but we're not playing that team tonight, Mike.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
this group from Avon has proven on their own that they should be here and have the Grizzlies' full attention. The preparation for this rematch began 2 weeks after that clock ended last November, I can promise you, for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, you know, Kirk, you hit the nail on the head as the rematch has been circled not only on the Grizzlies' calendar, but also on Avon's calendar. I mean, this is no surprise to them. And
Coach Elkin said that after the game last week.
Yeah, Coach Elkin. Now, the Grizzlies, they've got a senior-led group, Kirk, one of the top offenses in the region, averaging more than 45 points a game, a defense that's been lights out through 11 games, allowing just more than 11 points a game, including, I'll call it 3 defensive shutouts, Medina, Twinsburg, and I'll give them a shutout last week against Toledo St. Francis de Sales because that only score was on a scoop and score on an offensive fumble. And the majority of points given up by this Wadsworth defense has been in a running clock in the second half with the starters on the sideline.
Well, they're going to need every bit of those averages tonight, Mike, because this Avon team is still the standard in all of Ohio. The Eagles average nearly 41 points a game and only allow 11. Their defense is just as stingy, pitching 3 shutouts of their own. Head coach Mike Elder has built one of the state's premier programs, disciplined, fast, physical, and it's fitting, really, that both Elder and Wadsworth's Justin Todd are a product of the Mount Union football machine built by legendary coach Larry Karras.
Amen, yes.
Those two coaches, they do it the same way, precise, disciplined, demanding, and all about execution. These two teams are near mirror images of each other, Mike.
Yeah, so it's the Wadsworth Grizzlies, it's the Avon Eagles, 2 familiar foes, 2 extremely proud programs, rich traditions. Only one will move on to the regional final, and the lights are bright here at Arkwright Stadium. The crowd is growing here. There's a lot of excitement in the air, and we're just a few minutes away from kickoff as the Grizzlies gather under the Grizzly Bear in the south end zone.
The stands are hopping, Mike. People are on their feet, making a lot of noise, seeing a lot of red.
Yeah, there's been a lot of excitement all week long in the city of Wadsworth for this rematch between the Grizzlies and the Eagles. And this is the last time under the lights at Art Wright for this senior class.
Next week will be a neutral site.
And here come the Grizzlies, your 3-time Suburban League National Conference champions, three-peaters.
Just feel the pageantry, Mike. There's a lot of excitement in these stands. I don't think I've seen this place this packed in all my years here with Coach Todd. It's really nice to see this community come out, and Avon's got a real nice crowd of their own over there. That looks good. There's Coach Todd.
Yeah, Justin in his 10th season, 80-33 with the Grizzlies. 8th playoff appearance, 10-7 as you see his postseason record. And I tell you what, over on the other sideline, Coach Mike Elder, what an impressive record he has as head coach.
Over 200 victories.
Over 200 victories. Kirk, we'll take a look at Coach Elder. 19 seasons at the head of the Avon program, 212-32. 17th playoff appearance, 15th consecutive playoff appearance for the Eagles. Kirk, real quick, let's take a look at some of the players to watch here.
There's our impact players for tonight. You know, our quarterback, just a sophomore, but he plays so, he call him the Iceman, he plays so much older than that. Obviously, we got Lightning and Thunder a little further down the list, Cooper Gray and Gavin Madigan with the 1-2 punch in the backfield, but also Gavin playing that Viper position on defense. Calix on the outside going to Air Force, and that's what he does. He catches passes. And then Jacob Ernest, the All-American. I mean, he's everywhere. 2-time Suburban League Defensive Player of the Year. And then on the other side, Blake Elder, just as accomplished as a quarterback. They got Keontae Smith at running back. He did us dirty last year. He had a great game against us last year. Grant Barr is the man we've got to look out for tonight. And Trevor Malley and then Ryan Solarski going to Miami. He is a load at linebacker for the Avon Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, what a terrific matchup here tonight. You have in the Avon Eagles Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, Coach of the Year. For the Wadsworth Grizzlies, Jacob Ernest, Defensive Player of the Year in the Suburban League. Bryson Hall, Offensive Player of the Year. Yep. And, of course, the Head Coach of the Year, Justin Todd in the Suburban League National Conference. We're moments away. Art Wright is rocking the crowd on their feet. The Division II, Region 6 semifinal. Lazzaretti has it teed up. Kick is away.
Laz kicks one nice and deep.
It'll be fielded at the 1-yard line. Brought up the middle. And nice coverage
nice
by
coverage.
the Grizzlies coverage team. How about number 25 on the step for the Grizzlies? That's Colton Mellon.
Colton Mellon, he has made his name as our special team stalwart this season. He had a great hit last week. He's really shown his colors on these special teams units, Mike.
Kirk, talk about this offensive line for the Avon Eagles behind quarterback Blake Elder in front of Blake.
It starts with Big Max, Maximus Hawk, and he's about 6'5", 300 pounds. He is a large young man. The rest of their offensive line is accomplished. They got a lot of experience, even though not many of them were starters last year, but they do get a lot of experience just because of the way Coach runs his program, and they got good size. So we're going to see what happens here right out of the gate.
So Blake Elder in the shotgun. Empty backfield now, the first play in the Region 2. Division 6 semifinal. Elder back to throw, left side in the flat.
Going to Barr.
And that is Grant Barr on the reception, and a gain of about 6 or 7 on the play.
Yeah, a little bit soft coverage under there. Barr got underneath. They've been doing that all season, a little pitch and catch. I think we're going to see Calix on number 12 quite a bit this game tonight, and he was a little bit off. They brought that underneath. Barr brought it in, got 6 yards, going to bring up a short second and a long 3.
Yeah, you've got two of the best receivers in Northeast Ohio right here on the field tonight at Art Wright and Grant Barr and Calix Lemp in the shotgun now. Keontae Smith to his right side. This is a reverse.
The Grizzlies got it sniffed out. They got it sniffed.
Stop for a loss on the play.
Oh, Jude Holler just took Matt Barr to the ground with authority. Number 21, Jude Holler, with a big lick on that reverse early in the game for Avon.
Yeah, you called it, Kirk. That defense had that one sniffed out, and Jude Holler coming from that safety position just knifes through a TFL for the Grizzlies, and this is third down, the money down, Kirk. You've got to get your defense off the field here.
Yeah, this is the first chance we've got. This is going to be so important all night to get off the field on third down. We couldn't do that last year, but this is where you earn it right here.
Elder under center. He's going to roll to his left. Pressure coming. Got to get rid of it.
He throws it to
receiver
nobody.
Falls down, and no flag on the play. Incomplete, and the Grizzly defense holds.
Wow, there's a lot of pressure on Elder. He had to roll over to his left. Second man got up in his face, but the receiver fell down as he was turning out of his break. Coach does not like that over on the far sideline. But, you know, we could see from here, he got twisted up as he tried to come out of his break there deep, and Elder just threw it to nobody, and it looks like they're going to go with the punt.
Yeah, they're going to rush the punt team on. They're going to let the play clock roll down a little bit. Avon looking to get Wadsworth.
There's going to be a lot of gamesmanship here tonight, Mike, with the
kick this away.
Not a great kick.
And it will give a roll for the Eagles.
It hit number 14 up here by about the 40-yard line. I don't know if anybody saw that, but it clearly did.
He did, yep. Tommy Hahn's calling it out. The official, I think, marked it.
At the 38. It did hit him at the 38.
So we'll take another look at it right here. We'll see. It does hit off the left foot.
It does hit off his foot.
Of an Eagle.
And they're going to say, no, he didn't.
And that should have been at the 41-yard line.
It's going to be about a 6-yard exchange. So, you know, it doesn't kill us, but certainly you want every yard you can get on a night like tonight.
So Bryson Hall will be behind center. Hall coming into the season with 2,118 passing yards and 27 touchdowns. 3 receivers to the right. Gavin Madigan on the right side. 5 receivers set, empty backfield now for the Grizzlies.
Cooper on the left.
Cooper now will go back into the backfield in the pistol formation. Stacked 3 receivers on the right side for the Grizzlies. This time, Hall out to the right side. This
got Madigan.
Madigan
He's
breaks
got some
into
room.
the 40.
Oh, he's delivering licks.
Gavin Madigan with a big play on first down for the Grizzlies.
And he bounces up. Got a couple guys took him out of bounds over there, but not after a gain of about 15 or so on that quick out.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be the key tonight, Kirk, is getting your athletes in open field against the Eagles. I think we do have an advantage there. Gavin will come off the field. First down and 10 now, ball at the 44-yard line.
Cooper in the backfield got Ernest there to his right.
Different look offensively here for the Grizzlies. This time give. And it's picked off.
Oh, pick six.
Pick six.
Avon strikes first.
Dean Andrus on the interception.
Sat on the route and took it all the way in for an Avon touchdown. He sat on that.
We'll take another look at it. And Hall trying to get the ball out in space and
threw it underneath.
Threw it underneath.
Yeah.
Needed to go to the outside shoulder.
Yeah, that ball's got to be high and outside to give Calix the shot. 26 jumped right up underneath it and struck first. And boy, those are the things we do not need in a game like this, Mike. We do not need to be giving away points like that. And Avon's going to take a 7-0 lead here early in the first quarter.
Yeah, just like that, the momentum changes, and that's going to happen throughout the entire. Yeah, that's going to happen throughout the entire game. And how will the Grizzlies respond now to that pick six with the Eagles up on top 7-0 early in this one? Yeah,
you know, the defense came out. They did exactly what we wanted to see from the Grizzly defense, a 3-and-out. And then Hall throws that ball just underneath, and the defender was just sitting there, and there's nothing in front of him just to walk that in for 7. And unfortunately, now we've got an uphill battle right now. Early in the game, we got to shake it off, Mike, like you said, and we got to respond.
Yeah, we wonder how the Grizzlies would respond, once they got hit in the chin, and they definitely got hit in the chin there. Back deep for the Grizzlies, Tommy Hahn and Will Reese.
Wow, that was a bit of a shocker there. That's only the 3rd interception for Bryson Hall this season, Mike, in game 12, and that one goes the other way.
Yeah, that's a big one. Jensen Petro to tee it up for the Eagles. And again, Will Reese and Tommy Hahn back deep, and we feel like if the Grizzlies could break one here.
Yeah, the special teams
on special teams tonight.
Yeah, our return team has an opportunity here against this Avon kick team. It's going to be Will Reese with this one.
Reese at the 4-yard line. He'll return it to the right
He's
side.
got room
He's
to
got
the
a little
right.
bit of lane. Reese.
He's digging. He's going to get up to about the 37-yard line. That's a big return, Mike. A return of about 33, and that's not a bad starting field position. Let's reset Grizzlies and get our heads right.
Now we'll see if the Grizzlies will establish the run game here. They came out in their opening drive with 2 passes. Opening pass of their series off to Madigan for about a 23-yard gain. And then the pick 6 on the very next attempt to Calix Lemp. This time we'll go 2 by 1. Cooper Gray in the backfield behind Bryson Hall. Again, 1st and 10, ball at the 38-yard line of the Grizzlies. Hall observing the Eagle defense, and the Eagles like to run guys up.
Put
to
Luke
the line of
Maddox in
scrimmage.
motion.
Hall
Going
now back to
again.
pass. He's got time. He's flushed, throws.
Got a man in the middle.
And it is caught.
That's going to be Smeltzer.
That's Kyle Smeltzer. First down for the Grizzlies.
He found a soft spot right upfield, a pickup of about almost 20 yards. And Smeltzer found a spot, and Bryson just waited on him. And as we said, just that half a second really does something for that passing game. He had people bearing down on him.
Grizzlies going tempo. This
Little
time
Thunder.
they'll give
Little Thunder.
up the middle. Thunder driving, and a good gain on first down for Gavin
big gain.
Madigan.
About 6 yards on first down. You like to see it. I think the key to this game is the Grizzlies are going to have to keep this Avon Eagle defense guessing a little bit, and if we can do that, we can take advantage of a few things and see if they can get some points on the board right here. But we're getting a good drive developing.
Ryan Stolarski, that leader on that Avon Eagles defense, that Miami of Ohio commit, leads the Eagles on tackles. Lemp now in motion to the far side. 3 by 1, right to left. Hall looking to throw. Left side, Maddox.
Oh,
there
wow.
should be a flag.
A lot of contact. There's a flag.
Pass interference.
Yeah,
And Witherspoon.
a little too much going on over there.
Josiah Saunders flagged for the DPI.
Yeah, you said Witherspoon. We have to mention that we're not going to see the high recruit Witherspoon tonight. Jacob had an injury a few weeks back, and it doesn't look like he's going to be suited up and playing tonight. And that's a little bit that hurts that defense, obviously, to have someone of his caliber. I believe he's going right now. He's committed to North Carolina, and someone of that caliber back in the defensive backfield for Avon, it's hard to replace.
Yeah, he had 43 tackles, 1 INT, 3 PBUs before going down. But for the Grizzlies, 1st and 10 now at the Avon Eagle 22-yard line. Good drive for Wadsworth after the pick 6. This time is given to Madigan off to the left side, and he's going to be stopped there by number 58, Vincent DiTilio.
Yeah, he's an inside linebacker, but they brought him off the edge that time, and he saw that play developing. Yeah, got a big cast on that left arm, it looks like, and they brought him off that edge, and he saw it coming and just ran Gavin down from behind after a short game.
2nd and 9 now for the Grizzlies. Ball at 21-yard line. Madigan
Flaring
in motion.
Madigan out.
They'll get Madigan in the open field. Madigan
Oh!
flips on the turf and goes down for no gain on the play. It might even be a loss of 1.
Yeah, it's going to – I don't know if they're going to – oh, he had some room in front of him there.
So that brings up 3rd down and puts the Grizzlies in a 3rd and long. A great turnout here tonight at Art Wright Stadium.
Yeah, Gavin had some room there in front of him, and unfortunately his feet just came out.
So it's a 3 by 2 in the H-back on the left side.
Bryson surveying.
Hall this time he's got
Max
to pass.
protect.
Got
He's got
to
max
throw
protect.
it.
He's got an open receiver. Touchdown! Touchdown, Luke Maddox! Luke Maddox drives it. He slides through the back of the end zone, Mike, but not before he got enough in. That's a touchdown, Grizzlies, on a big strike from Bryson Hall to Luke Maddox, number 4.
Luke Maddox with his biggest reception as a Grizzly to date.
Max protect. You see Ernest and Gray trying to give him a little more time, and Bryson steps into it and just hits Maddox as he slides. Oh, Mike, that's a beautiful play. And Lazzaretti lines up for the extra point.
Schmelzer will be on the hold as Jalen Keene comes in on that field goal, or I'm sorry, that PAT unit.
One quick step, Lazzaretti.
All-important PAT for the Grizzlies. Lazzaretti's kick up, and it
good.
is good. We are tied at 7.
About halfway through this first quarter, 7-7, Mike. I like the way this feels right now. The Grizzlies responded. You know what? They had an unfortunate pick six. Bryson marked it off and just took us down the field with several passing plays and hit that strike in the back of the end zone to Luke Maddox.
Yeah, that was Luke's 10th reception on the season and his 3rd touchdown reception on the season. None bigger than that one right there. And you're right. I mean, the Grizzlies get punched in the mouth. They turn the ball over. They could drop their heads, but they came right back and swung right back. Yeah,
and you see a lot of positive things out of that offensive drive. You know, Gavin slipped, but he had some room out in front of him. And again, keeping this Eagle defense off balance a little bit. And Bryson moved the ball around. You know, after the interception there on his second attempt, hit Smeltzer down the middle. You know, we get the flare out. Unfortunately, Gavin fell down, but then we get the big strike to Maddox for the touchdown.
Yeah, we felt if the Grizzlies had a really significant advantage, because I think they're, up front pretty close, linebackers pretty close, but I think we have an advantage there in the secondary where we can take advantage of the Eagles secondary. We'll see how this one plays out as Lazzaretti will tee it up at the 40-yard line, and the Avon Eagles will have their second possession coming up here. We're tied at 7.
Well, let's see how the Eagles respond now,
Yeah.
Mike. They're going to get the ball back. They've had 3 offensive plays. Lazzaretti a little short.
Lazzaretti, the ball is fielded at the 2-yard line. Come up to the near right side. Good coverage again.
Great coverage again, Mike. Are you kidding me?
That is number 23.
Brad Watson.
Brad Watson.
B-Dub coming up. He just picked him up and took him back. And they're going to start at about their own 15-yard line, Mike. This is some good coverage so far that we've seen, because we know that special teams on either side can play a big difference when you get to this stage of the playoffs against 2 talented teams like this.
Take a look at that. Take a look at our defensive starters for the Grizzlies. At the ends, Colton Levitin, Jaden Gross, Nathan Shipley in the middle. Linebackers, this year defensive secondary, Jude Howler, Gavin Madigan, Calix Lemp, and Tommy Hahn. And your linebackers right there, Stoops, Watson, Ernest, and Reese. First down and 10 for the Eagles.
Now it's the Eagles' turn to respond to that punch from the Grizzlies.
At their own 16-yard line, Keontae Smith in the backfield. Elder to throw, ball's tipped, but it's caught on the left side. Tommy Hahn on the coverage. On the reception there is number 22.
And we know
Finn Giordane.
We know that they're going to really, really try to force the ball to Barr. Number 22 as well is another one of their top-end receivers. And we got to keep Hahn. He's got to stay on top of him. And, of course, Calix.
Yeah, Giordane with 35 receptions coming into this game tonight with 531 yards and 7 touchdowns. Second down and 5 now for the Eagles. Ball at the 21-yard line. Grizzlies defensively.
Heavy.
They're
going to run it to Keontae.
Left side.
Oh,
Keontae
and Ernest stands him up. Ooh, boy, they're going to give him a favorable spot, it looks like, from the sideline.
Yeah, they're going to be at the 24.
Okay, it's going to be 3rd and short, but boy, Jake Ernest met him right there in the hole, and it's going to be 3rd and 2. All right, here we go. Just another money down, like we said earlier, Mike.
Well, you know, this team is prepared well for this football game here tonight.
It looks like number 44, Dylan Luker, has checked into the game in a heavy set. Yeah, he's going to be heavy on the far side, Mike.
Yeah, just know that Grant Barr is on the right side of that offense. Elder now under center. Motion to the near side. That's the tight end in motion.
Quick handoff.
Bobble
snap. And the Grizzlies, the ball's down.
Ball's out.
Oh, they're going to call him down. They're calling him down. Ball went loose late. But, boy, the Grizzlies, after a bobbled exchange, Mike, maybe we'll get to see that.
Yeah, that's the pressure. I mean, defensively, Wadsworth, the Grizzlies bring in pressure.
Wow.
They're quick off the ball. Nathan Shipley in the middle.
That's a pretty nice spot from where all that action happened.
That's just a bad exchange.
Yeah. We're hearing a lot of agreement up here that spot was really favorable to the Eagles right there, because that was clearly a backfield action. Kicks off. Ooh.
Fair catch signaled for, and it will be
Tommy Hahn.
Brought in by Tommy Hahn. They will mark that at the 44-yard line. Well, that's a big stop, Kirk, for the Grizzly defense. They get the ball back with a chance to take the lead here.
Mike, it's two possessions. They've run 6 plays. They got the 3rd and short twice, and no matter what they've done in those 2 occasions, the Grizzlies have been waiting for it That was a great stand. You know, I don't know if there was a lot of room for him to go very far anyway if they had gotten the exchange off. So let's see what the Grizzlies do here on their third possession, tied 7-7.
First down and 10, ball at the 44-yard line, 2-by-2 set. This time they'll give it to Cooper.
Cooper's got room. He's 50. Going, Mike. Cooper. Get up the sideline. Think they got switched? Oh, big run by Cooper Gray.
Now, we talked about it, Kirk, you and I, before the game, and how important it is for Cooper just to hit that sliver of light.
And we told him, I told him, you know, don't let those arm tackles get to you. That's a 20-yard pickup, Mike.
Big gain on first down for the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Now they are in Eagle territory once again. First and 10 from the 36.
Quick.
As Sky Fox
there it
joins
is.
us. Here's
Calix
Lemp in open field. Lemp to the 30, to the 29.
Nice pickup by the Cheetah.
At the 27-yard line for the senior wide receiver, Air Force recruit commit.
Yeah, the Cheetah made a quick move to the inside and picked up 8 yards on that. Hey, this is a lot of playbook to work with right here. 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2, Lemp now wide right. Ball at the 28-yard line of the Eagles. The Grizzlies.
Quick handoff to Gray. Ooh, he's met.
Up.
He's met almost immediately.
Yeah, hitting him hard is that linebacker, Vincent DiTilio, the 6', 220 linebacker. Well, that time.
That was a quick. He got about, they're not going to give him much on that. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage on that, Mike.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down and short, 3rd and 2 for the Grizzlies. Got Thunder, the tank, Gavin Madigan in the backfield. And Jacob Ernest in the H-back. 4:04 remaining.
Yeah, Coach doesn't
Coach
like what he
Todd
saw.
will take a timeout.
With 4:03, Mike, that's a good timeout. This is a critical possession. You know, if we get a first down here, then you start to think about field goal range, and you know, points are going to be at such a premium. But just to keep this drive going, and you know how Coach Todd is. He's seen his defense stop their offense twice now in 6 plays. He's inside the, you know, so the ball's sitting inside the 30. You know, he's probably about 90% already decided he's going for it if they don't pick it up right here.
No, I agree with you, and I think it's a smart timeout. It's a critical part of the first quarter here. And talk it over. You only need, I think, you know, the scoreboard says 2 yards, Kirk, but when you look across the field, it looks like maybe a yard.
Yeah, I mean, Cooper got back to the line of scrimmage and maybe just a lunge there, but he took a big shot above the shoulders and went down. That was some good defense by the Eagles wrapping him up. Yeah, the way they're marking, I know what the scoreboard says, but it does look like they only about a yard to go here for the first down for the Grizzlies. And of course, they're going to go with their big package. We saw Ernest out there. We saw Madigan. And they're going to try and pick up this first down and reset. You know, reset, get back into your play sheet.
Well, I got to think that he's calling 2 plays on this timeout.
Yeah. You know what? We haven't seen our tempo yet, and I know that's something we discussed earlier this week when we met. You know, tempo, and we haven't started to see our tempo yet, but if we take a lead at any point in this game, I think you might start to see some tempo.
That big defensive end for the Eagles, Dawson on the right side. And he's going to go down. We got a flag on the play.
There's a face mask. It was a clear face mask on the tackle.
Max Hawk.
Yeah.
We'll see if the sack will hold up as the officials talk about it. Kirk is saying it's a face mask.
Yeah, and that's going to give the Grizzlies a first down. It looked like he went up high. He grabbed Bryson by the helmet. And that's fortunate for the Grizzlies because they brought a lot of pressure that they couldn't account for, and that was going to be a sack certainly, and Coach Todd was probably having to think about trying to poke it in a corner. But, yeah, they grabbed him right in the face,
Right there, you see the big hand of number 77.
Max
Hawk.
All right, Grizzlies 1st and 10.
All right, so Wadsworth catches a break on that. First and 10 now, ball at the 22-yard line, 3-by-1 set, right to left. In the backfield is Gray. This time they'll give to Gray. Stop for no gain on the play. Another stop there by number 59. That's Ian Engelhardt.
Yeah, they're slight. They're gonna give him a bit of a loss. Boy, they got some guys slicing through there very quickly.
2nd down 11 now. Loss of 1 on the play. Dawson Mendel checks in along with McNeil. Lemp lines up to the right-hand side. On the near side is Luke Maddox. Cooper Gray to the left of Hall. Hall will look to Gray. Gray
gets upfield.
Little slide step. They'll drop in about the 18-yard line, 17-yard line. That will bring up third down now for this Grizzly offense as Thunder checks back in.
Yeah, pickup of about 6 on that reception.
Yeah, and this is 2-down territory for the Grizzlies.
Certainly is.
We'll see how close it is if they get to a fourth down and whether or not Coach Todd would go for it. But Lazzaretti certainly has the leg to put it through the uprights. This time we got 2 by 1 in the H-back. Looks like if that's Jacob Ernest, it's hard to tell from here where we're at. Hall, pressure coming, throws it, incomplete. Pass intended for Luke Maddox. That will bring up 4th down and 5. And now we will see if Coach Todd will go for it. There's a flag on the play.
That looks in the area of hold. Let's see what they call here.
Chop
block against the Grizzlies.
On the field once again.
It looks like they gonna get that on Gavin. Britton was engaged. It looked like maybe Madigan then went up top, and that's going to back them up. But we're going to get to replay 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and extremely long. But see what the Grizzlies do here. Boy, that's a big penalty, Mike.
Yeah, you see where he goes low. Yeah, and he's going low there on big number 60. That's Lance Dawson. Now a 3rd down and 20 for this Grizzly offense. And Kirk, do you look for Calix Lemp over the middle somewhere?
Well, right here, you know what I'm looking at? The last play I saw Jake Ernest down the seam. I'll give you a hint. He's the one in the orange cleats.
Yes, yep.
I'd look for Jake Ernest here somewhere.
Lemp will come in motion and go back. Here, Hall.
Screen up the middle to Gavin
Hall. And well read by Stolarski, the Miami of Ohio commit, the Defensive Player of the Year. Southwestern Conference with a big play for the Eagles. Well, now you're in a difficult spot here.
It looked like Maestrix was the man assigned to number 1, and he just could not get out to number 1 and get him out of the way. And certainly as soon as Gavin caught that, they take him down. But the Grizzlies look like they're going to go for it here on 4th and 20.
Yeah, you got to wonder, are they going to do the old Coast Guard?
Right, that's right.
You know, we've done it all season long.
Yeah.
So the Eagles defense bending on this drive, but not breaking so far. 4th down and 20 now for the Grizzlies. Ball at the 32-yard line.
Grizzlies had something going and then just got out of rhythm there, Mike. You looked like we were going to take advantage of the face mask. It gave us 1st down at about the 22-yard line. And then the next thing you know, the Grizzlies just, caught in the backfield on a run and a missed pass play down here inside the 10. We just got a little bit out of rhythm there. And I think they're going to – this is a drive we're going to want back at some point. Hopefully not, but had some things going. And now they've that Eagle defense has really stepped up and risen to the occasion and held tough. And as we said, you know, we've seen where they've given up yards, but they don't give up a lot of points. And here's an example of that.
Coach Elder leading his defense over there and in search of a back-to-back state title in Division II. And he believes that his Eagles have enough to get back to Tom Benson Stadium and play in the state championship game. The Grizzlies, they believe the same thing.
Yeah, that middle screen, it had some legs, but I tell you what, you know, the Miami of Ohio recruit, Ryan Stolarski, he sniffed that out, got around Maestrix and made that tackle, and it's going to be a big deal there.
Empty backfield. Hall throws, got a man over the middle, and Lemp cannot bring it in. Making the hit on the play there is Grant Barr.
Yeah, and that was going to be well short of the 1st down anyway. I mean, we would have gotten inside of 10 yards, but still well short of the 1st down, and Bryson had to let it go. He had people coming on, and look at the defensive strategy. Now we got Barr, who we haven't seen on defense much to mention, is now covering Lemp in the Eagle defensive backfield.
Yeah, 2 of the fastest guys in Northeast Ohio again here at Arkwright Stadium.
And we don't even have him listed as a backup for their defense, for the season. So they've made some adjustments to account for Calix.
Yeah, that tells you the threat that Calix brings against that Eagle defense. Now, Blake Elder will start this Eagle offense at the 32. Pressure coming. He'll tuck it away and run it, and he's going to be hit and dropped.
Jude Haller is going to come up and hit him, but he got wrapped up, it looks like, by Brad Watson.
Yeah.
He's going to pick up about 6 yards.
So Elder with a good gain on first down for this Eagle offense. We are tied at 7 in the closing moments here of the opening quarter in this Division II Region 6 semifinal regional.
Yeah, they've done pretty well on first down here. This is their 3rd possession, and they've gotten 5+ yards in all 3 occasions. Gotten into these shorter down. Yeah, Elder's coming off.
Elder is coming off the field.
Little ginger. You see his ankle. He's a little ginger on that ankle. This is a development we need to keep an eye on.
2nd down and 3 now for this Eagle offense. They'll give to Keontae Smith off the left side, and he may get a little bit. He might get enough for the first down, Kirk, and they're going to move the chains, I believe. They will.
I'll tell you what, our friend in stripes on the far side, he's got a quick trigger. He motioned those guys to take off before the pile even come uncovered. And we're going to see another play with the starting quarterback on the sideline, Mike.
Yeah, this is it Caden Clapham, number 14. Looks like he's. So
this will be an interesting development, like we said, as it involves the passing game. Coach Prost pick up on that, and maybe we're going to go, heavy in our run protection.
Nope. Elder will keep it. Elder's back in, right side. Elder's got room. He'll be run out by Jude Holler, and a first down for the Eagles.
Yeah, big pickup on first down, and we said first down has been our killer so far. Yeah,
Trevor Maley.
Elder is not in the game. That's Bailey, number 18.
Maley, yes. Trevor Maley, 5'10" senior. So Trevor Maley now with a 3-by-1 set for the Eagles. They are in Grizzly territory. 2 seconds left here in the opening quarter.
He went out of bounds, so the ball, the clock will start on his snap, so they'll get this play in.
So Trevor Maley looks over that Grizzly defense. Give to Keontae Smith. Smith, a little bit of room off the left side. Gain of about 5 for Smith.
I tell you, Mike, on first down, they have really been hurting us on this first down. And then, of course, the long run by Malley, the backup. They're putting their. I see a lineman over there putting his arm around him. We'll see what happens with Elder.
They'll see what's a great first quarter. We're tied at 7 as we get ready for the second quarter. At this time, we'd like to give a huge thank you to the Wadsworth Blue Tip Festival for their generous $1,500 donation to the WCTV Foundation, which provides supplemental support to WCTV through fundraising and community donations. This contribution will go directly toward enhancing productions like Friday Night Football and future coverage of the Blue Tip Parade. Thank you again to the Wadsworth Blue Tip Festival. We're incredibly grateful for your continued support here of WCTV. A generous gift of the Blue Tip Festival to WCTV. And the folks here do a great job.
Well,
Abe Hapron, Aiden Lipitsky, and John Bernard downstairs. Joanna Perino with us on the end zone camera tonight.
Mike, this is exactly what we thought we'd see. 1 quarter, 7-7, and we got a little bit of a drive going now by the Eagles.
Maley still in at quarterback. Motion near side this time. Jet sweep. Got plenty of room.
Oh, nice bounce outside.
And a nice run there by number 22.
Yeah, and they caught the Grizzlies in that. Little bit outmatched them. They outflanked them, and here comes Elder. He's back in the game.
That's Finn Jordanek on the carry for the Eagles.
And he's dangerous in that jet sweep and also in that slot receiver position, Mike. And they just outflanked the Grizzlies on that one and had some room. And boy, he had some good speed to get some big yards.
Eagles in the red zone for the first time tonight. Smith off the left side, and he's stopped by the Grizzly D.
I'll tell you what, these are some generous spots that these Eagles are getting on that one. They're going to give him 2 on that. And he's coming out a little bit. They run a little bit of running back by committee. You're going to see number 21 in there now.
2nd down and 8 from the Grizzly 13-yard line. Blake Elder will turn his attention to the sideline as they will call in a play. This time they'll give it to the right side. Off the right side is Cam Wendell.
Yeah, he's going to get about 4 or 5. Looks like he's going to be short by a yard or 2.
So the left ankle taped up there for Blake Elder.
Yeah, I think he got twisted up on that one running play he had, and they've taped him up. He's back in there. Good, tough kid.
They're down in 1 now. Ball at the 6-yard line.
They're going to go right, Mike. They're going to run right behind Big Maximus Hawk.
They're running right side. Wendell the carry again. Wendell pushing. And they will mark him short at about the 1-yard line is where they're going to mark it.
Film review showed that wherever 77 goes, you can almost guarantee they're going to try to run behind him with very little exception. And I don't blame him. I mean, he's a big young man, very powerful. I've seen a lot of videos of him in the weight room, and as you can see there, boy, he's a big fella. Again, look for him going right again here, or maybe some play action to try to get us caught up.
This time they'll give to Wendell again, and he'll be. I believe they're going to put him in the end zone.
Yes, they're going to create a touchdown.
That's a nice job by Wendell because he was stopped, but he rolled back to the inside and was able to fall over the goal line for an Eagle touchdown. Yeah,
he really did strengthen that through. He powered that over because he got hit. It looked like he was going to get caught short right there. And Levitt rolled him back, and boy, they're going to, he's in, Mike.
Yeah. So that is Cam Wendell's 9th touchdown of the season for the Eagles.
And that was a big drive by the Eagles. You know, they had several quarterback runs that made the difference right there.
Petro's PAT is up, and it is good, and the Eagles take a 14-7 lead with 10:10 remaining here in the first half.
Yeah, like I said, a really nice drive by the Eagles. It was highlighted by 2 long quarterback runs, one by Elder, one by Malley, who came in his replacement while he got that ankle taped up. And those 2 big quarterback runs made a big difference on this drive.
So the Grizzlies, again, down by 7. It's a place that they really haven't been at. They haven't been at all season long here in the first half. And offensively, the previous drive just stalled.
Yeah, we got a big first down and on the face mask. And then after that, the engine just kind of bogged down and we weren't able to get much after that. And it proved costly.
Well, you've got to see, we've got 3 talented receivers in Calix Lemp, Jalen King, and Luke Maddox, who already has a touchdown reception here tonight for the Grizzlies. Those 3 guys are averaging more than 20 yards per reception, and we're going to need to see some of that here before we get into halftime, of course. So Jensen Petro tees it up. Kick is away.
Good kick.
And that will be fumbled, but picked up. That's Reese. And Reese looking to hold on to the football, and he'll get to about the 25-yard line.
Wow, that could have been devastating for the Grizzlies. So we got the ball here on the 25-yard line. We'll see what we can make of it. With the offense here going from left to right, 10 minutes to go here in the second period, and the Grizzlies, like you said, in an unfamiliar position, trailing 14-7.
3-1. Hall this time will give to Cooper Gray off the left side. Good gain for Gray. And coming up there, making the big stick there for the Eagles is number 26. That's Jadrell Fenton.
Yeah, it's going to be a pickup of about 5.
Well, we'll take that, Kirk, on first down.
Yeah, we will. Got off to that left edge a little bit. Trying to spread this defense out, loosen it up a little bit.
So Grant Barr still in it. That free safety. This time Hall's going to throw. The ball comes out of his hand. Will they call it an incomplete pass or a fumble?
Nope, they're saying incomplete. Incomplete. 2 guys from behind are both calling that incomplete. And
Yes.
boy, the Grizzlies are fortunate right there, Mike.
Yeah, we'll take another look at it as, Hall's looking, and he's got to pull the ball. The ball just comes out.
Yeah, ball just comes out.
I think maybe he wanted to hold on to it, but I think the intended receiver there was Calix Lemp.
Yeah, it was. It was Calix down here on the near side. And it's 3rd and 5.
So the Grizzlies definitely need a first down here. They've got to keep this drive alive with 9:23 remaining in the second quarter, down by 7. 3-1, right to left. Behind Hall is Gray. This time they'll pass it out near side. Schmelzer, and enough for a first down.
Yeah. And did you see that wholesale dropout by the backfield of the Eagles? They came in, had a lot of people lined up inside what Coach likes to call the hard deck, and then right before the snap, you saw about 5 or 6 guys back up, trying to switch it up on Bryson, give him a false look.
J-Rel Fenton on the stop for the Eagles. But again, first down for the Grizzlies at their own 37-yard line. Hall this time left side. Oh, he's going wide, and it's almost picked off there by number 14. That's Trevor Sikora.
Wow,
I beg your pardon, Caden Clapham.
They are sitting on those routes to the outside, not trusting Bryson's arm in that situation, and that was almost another interception.
Well, that's a long throw. He's on the near hash, and he's throwing all the way across the field beyond that the left hash. So Clapham with a big play, 2nd down and 10 now for the Grizzlies.
Change of personnel. Looks like they've backed off a little bit.
4-3 defense for the Eagles. Lamp left side. Oh, that's Schmelzer, I believe.
Yeah, Schmelzer.
He's going to be swallowed up.
Yeah, he's going to pick up maybe 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Grizzlies.
Now look for Lemp on the right side, as also joining the receiving core is McNeil, and McNeil's got a height advantage over some of these Eagles defensive backs. It's whether or not Hall's got enough time to find him in his route. Madigan in the backfield now to the right hip of Hall. 3-1, right to left. 3rd down and 7. Hall looking to throw. He's going to be flushed out to his right. He's got to get rid of it. He does. Near side. And it is caught by Calix Lemp.
Wow.
Will be short of the first down by about 2 yards.
Wow, that was extraordinary catch. Boy, he looked hard for us to see because of all the players there, but it certainly looked like there was really not going to be much possible there for a reception, but Calix was able to haul it in.
You got Colton Levitt checking in, Jacob Ernest checking in, Gavin Madigan in the backfield.
Little beef on the defensive line here for the Eagles too. Big Maximus checks in.
It is a long 4th down and 2 for the Grizzlies. Bryson Hall has been really good in the past about getting defenses to jump off sides. Play clock at 4.
They are really stacked to the far side.
This time they'll give it to Madigan. Left side, Madigan powering, and he will not get there.
Nope, and that's going to be another big defensive stop by the Eagles. They really stacked the defensive line to that side. I'm a little surprised we didn't get a play call change because they shifted down to that side. You saw Hawk, and you saw the big defensive end slide down there as well, and he was over the nose.
Yeah, Ben
Lance Dawson.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the play prior to the Madigan stop. This is from the end zone camera.
Wow,
what a play. Out of bounds.
That's extraordinary. I'll just say that's extraordinary.
That's right in front of the official too.
Yeah, that's extra. So let's see what the Grizzlies can do here. We got to shake off this.
So quad receivers, 4 receivers stacked to the right side.
There's a hole.
Bubble screen out there.
And they called it. And Mike, that's coming all the way back. There's a big hold there on the offensive tackle that went out there. I believe that was on Jude. That's coming all the way back.
So the Grizzlies will get a break, and the Eagles asserting themselves there on that hold. That'll push the ball back 10 yards to bring up 1st and 20 now for.
Yeah, and the Grizzlies need to take advantage of this extra yardage now.
Yeah, momentum definitely on the side of the Avon Eagles at this moment, but you'll see the hold right there, number 77, Hauk.
Yeah, he grabs him by the collar, it almost looks like.
Yeah, obvious hold. Good call by the official. Ball now placed at the Eagle 46-yard line. Blake Elder with 2 receivers to his left.
So let's see if the Grizzlies can take advantage of
They'll
this.
give to Smith up the middle. Smith with a good run. Smith is going to be brought down by Gavin Madigan.
Oh, gain of 11. Big run right up there. Got a nice block and got to that next level. And boy, Gavin was there to bring him down. If not, he's off to the races. That was a really nice carry.
Yeah, Kirk, you're right. The offensive line for the Eagles really imposing the will right now, getting good push up front. 2nd down and 9 from 1st and 20, a gain of 11. 3 receivers to the left of Elder. Keontae Smith in the backfield. Hasig in motion. This time, though,
Little smoke.
out to number 22.
Well, he's going to get all the way down to the 20. That's a big gain. Wow.
Yeah, that's Finn Jordanic. And, you know, again, you get the ball in the open field to your athlete and you let him do some work with a couple guys out front making some big blocks for the Eagles.
At first, Mike, I thought, well, we've got that pretty much wrapped up. There was a number of black jerseys out there, but, boy, he found his way and just really worked himself through there and picked up a big gainer, over 20 yards on that reception.
Now you've got 2 receivers to the right. Elder will give to Smith. Smith off the right side.
Not going to get much there.
Gavin Madigan on the stop for the Grizzlies.
Look, right now, Mike, these Grizzlies have really got to bow their backs. We really got to have a good stand here and see if we can minimize the damage, you know, with the Eagles inside the 20 here. Second and 8, long 8.
Elder will turn and get a play from his sideline.
Little change out here on the edge. They thought they were going to get something to bar.
Elder wide open in the flat on the right side.
Touchdown. Oh.
And that's great. We got a flag on the play.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, there's a late flag. Illegal man downfield. Wow.
Caden Bennett on the reception.
He knew it too. Number 72 turned around and looked at the ref. He knew he was downfield. I saw him down on the goal. He turned around and looked at the ref. I think he wanted to see if he got caught there.
We'll take another look at this. Yeah, there's number 72 for the Eagles. That's Caden Krugman. So the Grizzlies will get another break, Kirk.
Yeah. We got to start taking advantage of this at some point.
Now they're going to wave it. They're going to wave the flag.
No flag. Yeah. Wow, that's interesting.
Now that's a first down inside the 10-yard line, inside the 5. They'll mark it down at about the 3. Checking in for the Grizzlies is Anderson Tetzel on the defensive line. Coach Todd not happy with the flag being waved off. So the Eagles looking to take a commanding lead here, leading it already 14-7.
Yeah, the Grizzlies really find themselves in a tough spot right here, Mike.
Yeah, this is a difficult spot for the Grizzly defense. Elder under center. This time they'll give it to Keontae Smith off the left side, and touchdown. He finds the end zone for an Eagle touchdown.
Wow, 3-yard touchdown run right off the left side, Mike. And right now, you know, the Eagles have taken advantage of some explosive plays and had a couple short touchdown runs because of it. And there's not been a whole lot the Grizzlies have been able to say about it.
Now, Keontae Smith on that run does a nice job because he lets those blocks set up. It was plugged up on the right side, which is where it looked like that play was intended.
Yeah.
And he bounced it off to the left, found the end zone.
Slid off to the left. So these extra points matter. And let's see if we can.
Petro will split the uprights, and the Avon Eagles, the defending Division II state champs, lead the Wadsworth Grizzlies 21-7 with 5:36 remaining here in the first half. We'll take another look at it, and looks like this play designed to go to the right side.
So we'll see. Delayed handoff.
Yeah,
he's
on the edge.
He's
going left.
coming around. He got hit. The linebacker took him on where he was supposed to, but he had already got his momentum going and just fell forward into the end zone. So here we go, 5:36 to go. The Grizzlies really need to respond.
Well, you've got to put the ball in the end zone and don't leave a whole lot of time on the clock to end the half to give Avon a chance to score. But you score here on this drive, take as much time off the clock as you can, then you get the ball to start the second half.
Right, the Grizzlies will get the ball coming out, but they really need to do something on this possession, Mike, because down 14 is a position this group hasn't been in since the Avon game last year.
Yeah.
So we got to see how this group responds in this situation. And again, that's why that pick six is going to come back to really, really hurt, giving them that extra score. And this one's going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, big foot there by Petro. So the Grizzlies will take over at the 20-yard line.
And I think Coach Elder was tired of seeing those nice returns and the possibility of the Grizzlies breaking one. So he just told his guy, hey, put this out in the end zone and let's not toy with that.
Well, when you look at the Grizzlies' second drive where they did score the touchdown, you got to go back to some of those fundamentals that worked in that on that particular drive.
Yeah, we moved the ball. It was a real nice drive, some nice passes. What we've seen here is, that we knew that establishing the running game was going to be important for the Grizzlies, but they've been getting a little bit of pressure on Hall, and we've got to make sure we can get some receivers open so he can get get that ball out of his hand quickly.
This time Hall will look to the right side.
Got
on
Lemp.
the near side is Lemp looking to turn the corner.
Doesn't quite.
Gets out of bounds.
They're going to give him about 5.
So again, we're doing well on first down, getting those 4 or 5 yards. It's second and third down where the Eagles are able to make those stops.
Yeah, this is where our play calling has got a little out of rhythm, but we're going a little tempo here, Mike.
Yeah, 3-by-1, left to right. Cooper Gray in the backfield behind Hall.
Looking at the hot route right here, the gift.
An almost intercepted pass intended for McNeil, and Hall, I don't know, I think Hall decoyed that pass because his eyes did not leave McNeil.
Well, 26 was baiting him a little bit, stepped up, and then dropped back very quickly. And I think Bryson had already decided that was going to be his hot read, and 26 just stepped back into that passing lane, and that could have been disastrous, another pick six.
Yeah, that's Fenton on the corner there for the Eagles.
And the Grizzlies find themselves in another tight position, 3rd and 5 at their own 25.
3rd and 5, 2-by-1 set now for Bryson Hall. Cooper Gray to the left of the sophomore quarterback. Ernest in motion. This time Hall's got to get rid of it, and McNeil is the intended receiver. No flag on the play.
No
and
flag.
And the Grizzlies will be forced to kick it away on 4th and 5.
Yeah, again, just another offensive possession that just looked out of sorts. McNeil was underneath that guy, but it was just really good defense. He was blanketed on his back, and so the Grizzlies are going to drop back to punt. Looks like Will Reese.
No, I don't think you fake the punt here. I think you're too deep in your own territory to do this. So Will Reese, a rare opportunity to kick it away.
End over end kick, and they're going to field it.
Fielded at the 46-yard line, and a good return.
Can't get him down or get him out of bounds.
The Eagles, and
took a swing after the play, but the ref's going to let that go. Wow. Number 22 took a swing at one of the Grizzlies there on the sideline after the play, but they're going to let that diffuse itself, and it's going to be first down at the Grizzlies' 40-yard line. Grizzlies again starting off in bad field position with 5 minutes to go, Mike.
Yeah, John talking to us here just a few minutes ago at the end of that Grizzly possession, and he is correct. This is the first time the Grizzly offense has seen this type of speed, this type of power and strength and pressure on Bryson Hall. So halftime just 5 minutes, 7 seconds away.
Well, the Grizzlies need to make a big play here on defense and try to capture some of this momentum that the Eagles own right now.
Blake Elder, 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 40-yard line. Grant Barr in motion to the far side. They'll give to Smith, left side.
He's not going to get
Smith,
much. Oh, he got
still
loose.
Powering. Keontae Smith with a gain of about 8, maybe 9 on the play.
He was wrapped up after a couple yards, and boy, he just kept hiding himself behind those linemen and just kept going, and no one was able to just bring him down to the turf.
Yeah,
he's going to pick up 8.
Yeah, and Keontae doesn't, he doesn't stop his legs. His legs are like pistons. They keep moving. And so a big gain for the Eagles on first down. That brings up second down and 2 now for Avon.
A lot of playbook on these second and shorts, and you see Elder's going to drop back.
Elder steps up, pressure, he'll run. And across the 30, he'll slide down at the 28.
Yeah, he's going to get the first down and fall down.
Now mark it at the 29. First down for the Eagles.
So he's really been doing some damage on his legs, which is not something we had high on our bingo card tonight, Mike. I mean, we did not expect a lot of running out of Elder, but we've given him some opportunities, and he's taking advantage of it.
And, we've taken Grant Barr out of the game for the most part for the Eagles, but they're beating us with the run up front. And Smith again with another big gain on first down.
Yeah. Well, we're giving a lot of attention to Barr, certainly, and trying to protect against their pass game, and they are starting to move the ball a little bit in the run game because we are giving attention on that back end. So,
yeah, another big gain on first down for the Eagles, 5 yards. It'll make second down and 5. And again, we've said it a couple of times. This opens up the playbook, especially
we've said
where we are right now.
The Grizzlies, we've said this a lot of times through the season, pick your poison, and right now the Grizzlies have got to do the same. They got to pick their poison.
Smith,
he just
breaks
hurdled
through a tackle.
Yeah.
Smith will work his way to the 1 yard line.
Yeah, and they're going to call it a touchdown. They're going to
say he stops short at the 1
wow.
yard line.
I'd like to see that again because, again, that was a great run. But, it looks like they're calling that a touchdown. And I want to see about this play here. Oh, no, he just went over him.
Yeah.
That's a great play. I was looking for a hurdle there, Mike, and no, he didn't. He just jumped over him, and then Calix wasn't able to get him down before he got into the end zone.
Yeah,
he got in.
Yep.
Yeah, he got in, and now the Grizzlies are faced with a tremendous uphill battle at 28-7.
Petro's PAT is up and good, and the Eagles are dominating the Grizzlies 28-7 with 3:11 remaining here in the opening half. And Keontae Smith having himself a ball game right now.
Yeah, they have gone to the run game here, Avon has, and they're leaning on us, the Grizzlies, very heavily. And they're trying to get everybody stirred up here. And the Grizzlies have really got to maintain their composure and try to get something going here before the end of the half, Mike.
Now, and Smith missed some games earlier this season with an injury, and then he comes back and, playing well. Coming into tonight's game, Keontae Smith only 50 carries for 266 yards and 5 touchdowns, but he is having a ball game here tonight in the regional semifinal.
Yeah, he has been the difference in this game so far offensively for the Eagles. Early on, their first couple of possessions, we said, hey, they only ran 6 plays. They were feeling some things out, and they certainly have found some things with number 7 carrying the ball and some quarterback runs that have kept some drives alive. And right now, Mike, they've got the Grizzly defense on their heels just a bit, and we're gonna see what can happen here. With 3 minutes to go, the Grizzlies have got to get something generating on offense.
Kick is away. And this will go into the end zone. And again, Grizzlies with a long field in front of them, no opportunity to return the kick. And what a weapon for the Eagles.
Late flag here. I don't know what that is, but he just called a late flag. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Avon.
Well, I can tell you, Kirk, number 0, and I'm going to call it out, Josiah Saunders was come across the field on the kickoff team and taunting, if you will, the Wadsworth faithful.
Okay.
And so I don't know if the officials maybe gave him a little bit of grace on that, and then he took advantage of that grace and whistled for a penalty.
Well, that's going to be, move the ball up to the 35, which helps the Grizzlies out a little bit. But we've got to get some tempo. We got to do some things to really get Avon out of their rhythm defensively, because they certainly have an answer for everything the Grizzlies have tried to do so far.
Yeah, we'll see how we do here with 3:11 left. Ball at the 35-yard line. 2-by-2 set for Bryson Hall. This time they'll
Gray
give it
up
to
the
Gray.
middle.
Up the middle, Gray looking to break it. One tackle away. On the stop there was number 3. That's Jonathan Scott. I beg your pardon, Sammy Eulery. Eulery on the stop for the Eagles. A big gain on first down, second down and 1. Opens up that playbook, Kirk.
Yeah, like I said before, these second and shorts, both sides like that. They got a lot of playbook with second and short.
Blitz coming off the right edge. This time they'll get it to Madigan.
This time.
Left side,
He's got
Madigan
room.
Slips away. He'll get out of bounds. Enough for a first down for the Grizzlies.
And that's what the Grizzlies need to do. They got to start moving the ball around, playing keep away from this Eagle defense, because I tell you what, they have stacked it up on us and not allowed us to do a whole lot. And now we want to go with a little bit of tempo.
They'll do same formation, opposite side of the field, however, at this time. First down and 10. The Grizzlies in Eagle territory at the 47-yard line. They're showing blitz off the side. It does come. Pass is incomplete. Too low for Calix Lemp.
Yeah, I think Hall rushed that one. That's going to put us in second and long. But yeah, Bryson saw that. Number 0, the gentleman you were just speaking about on the kickoff. He showed it and he stayed with it and came off the edge. And Bryson rushed that throw to Calix. Had a little bit of room and just one man to beat. So we'll see what we do here.
Second down and long. 10. Second and 10 from the 47. Blitz coming from the far side. Wide open on the left side is Maddox. Maddox will work his way downfield. Yeah. Good enough for another Grizzly first down.
Yeah, that was a little bit of some miscommunication out there. Had 2 guys that looked like they stacked up on Jake in the slot position. Jake Ernest playing a little bit of offense this week.
Going tempo now at this Grizzly offense. First down and 10, ball at the Avon Eagle 33-yard line.
Yeah, Bryson saw him and hit that open man. It's another first down by the Grizzlies.
Cooper Gray in the backfield to the left hip of Hall. This time they'll give it to Gray up the middle.
No
short gain on the play.
And they are really pinching those ends in.
Zion Howell on the stop for the Eagles.
Those defensive end are crashing hard. There's no respect for Hall to run the ball right now. And understandably, he hasn't really run the ball this year on that RPO action. But, man, they are crashing hard. And here we go, second down. He's coming outside again. Madigan again, if he can get to the edge. And
Madigan going to be tripped up. But a nice play there by number 40.
The clock's running.
That is number 40.
Yeah.
Grady.
And they're just doing wholesale changes by the Eagles up front. The Grizzlies got to get set and go, take advantage of this on and off by this Eagle defense. This looks like this second unit.
Third down and 6 now for the Grizzlies in a must-score situation as the clock continues to run down and there is a timeout.
Timeout by the Eagles.
Yeah, good timeout by Coach Mike Elder. As the Grizzlies, this is a must score. You've got to get the ball in the end zone here, Kirk.
Right. Yeah, if you can cut this to 2-score game and you get the ball coming out and develop the game from there, maybe you can change the complexion. Because I tell you what, the last 3 possessions by the Eagles have been nothing but just running it right at the Grizzlies. Mm-hmm. Quarterback runs have set up a couple of their touchdowns, but number 7's. Keontae Smith, like I said it early in the broadcast, he really had a day against us last year in Week 13, and so far in this first half, he has really had a couple of really nice runs, evident of the touchdown run that he had right here where he had a big stride over a defender and took it all the way in for a touchdown. And that's been the difference. Him, number 7, really has been the difference. We've controlled number 12, which I told you I thought one of my keys to the game was how do we keep number 12 Barr under control in their passing game. Mm-hmm. And they flipped the script on us and really gone to the running game heavy, which we hadn't seen a lot in the last several weeks, and it's been effective for them.
Yeah, they've been very good running the football tonight. It is a 2-by-2 set. Jacob Ernest in the H-back on the right side. Third down and 6 coming out of the timeout. Blitz coming. Hall looking, throwing.
Got a ball
He's
up.
got a man. It's Dawson Mendel.
Oh, wow. And there's a lot of flags.
Dawson Mendel, the intended receiver.
No,
Jalen King, I beg your pardon.
12, not 17. I know those numbers get a little flashy.
Pass interference on the Eagles. Boy, did they bring the pressure on that one, Kirk. And Hall stood in there as long as he could and got rid of the football.
And it was a good ball, Mike. It wasn't a bad ball going down there. And they brought the house. They certainly did bring about 7 or 8 defenders up in Hall's face, but he was able to stick with it. Now we got right here on the 15-yard line, Mike.
Yeah, the Grizzlies will need to capitalize on the mistake there by number 26. That's Jordan Carter, I beg your pardon. Jordan Carter. This time it's Cooper Hall off the left side, and he's going to be swallowed up by that Eagle defense. That is Stolarski on the play.
Yeah,
a big-time play. Also there on the end is Lance Dawson.
Yeah, Cooper was trying to get to that edge, and boy, they just had a host of Eagles swarming that direction, and he just didn't have enough legs to get there to that edge before they overtook him.
Dawson coming from that left end position. Now the Eagles will crowd the box. There's a whistle and a timeout. Eagles. So with 39 seconds left, and again, Wadsworth with 1 timeout, Avon with 1 timeout. I mean, Lance Dawson on that defensive end. Again, he's that Cincinnati commit for the Eagles. Does a great job of scraping down the line and just disrupting the play and making a good tackle.
Yeah, he fundamentally, he is really making his presence known. He's really sound, staying off of the blocker. And as you said, scraping down and making plays. You know, they haven't honored Bryson in the run game, so they're pinching those defensive ends when they see that option look. They're just selling out. We've seen that where they're catching Cooper at the line of scrimmage, and then a couple of these other plays they're just beating their man up front. And we haven't seen that. This offensive line has played really well all year, but tonight is a different caliber of foe.
Yeah, and these backers very active for the Eagles. Stolarski, can't say enough about him, how he flies to the football, always going downhill. There's a really good look at number 60, Lance Dawson. He is 6'5", 255 pounds.
Yeah, he's every bit of it. And then you see Big Maximus there beside him, who's equally as tall, and they got him listed at 300, and he's every bit of that.
Second down and 11 for Bryson Hall and the Grizzlies. 3-by-1, right to left for the sophomore quarterback.
Again, bringing a lot of people up
Pressure
front.
Coming, got a man in the end zone, and
touchdown! It's a touchdown.
Touchdown.
It looks like, is that number 4? Is that Luke Maddox again?
That is Luke Maddox.
That's his second touchdown. Luke Maddox, and boy, the Grizzlies needed that one, Mike.
Maddox with another touchdown reception. The PAT pending, 28-13. We'll take another look as the Eagles once again are bringing pressure. You kind of see them.
Luke saw it too. He pointed it out, and he sat right between the defenders.
Lazzaretti, kick is up,
and
it is good. And the Grizzlies close the gap to 14.
Yeah, Mike, that's what the Grizzlies needed. There's 33 seconds, as you mentioned. Let's run the clock down and see if we can get out of here. 2-score game. Again, I go back to that early possession with the pick 6, and it's looming large right now. The Grizzlies are going to get the ball coming out here in the second half with a little bit of momentum potentially. We'll see how these last 33 seconds tick off here, but they needed that to get themselves back in this ball game. I think just on the scoreboard and mentally get themselves back into this game.
Well, you got to think the Eagles are thinking maybe Bryson Hall going to look for Calix Lemp, and they double on the left-hand side. And Luke Maddox able to find a soft spot in that secondary of the Eagles for his second touchdown of this football game. He's doubled his touchdown total on the season. Coming in tonight, Luke Maddox, the senior receiver, with 2 touchdown receptions. And the Grizzlies able to battle back, close it to 14. And again, they will get the ball to start the third quarter, but more importantly, there's 33 seconds left on the clock,
right.
Kirk. This defense has got to make a huge stop.
Yeah, the defense have just got to flip a switch in their mind and start digging down deep, get these 33 seconds off here and regroup here in the halftime. And
Lazzaretti will kick it, and it will go out of bounds, and a bad break for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, he's aimed for that corner all year, and this one just got the better of him and looked like it squirted out of bounds inside the 10. And they're going to take over in strong field position. And again, a program of Avon's quality, you don't want to give up 20 or 30 yards. They're going to attempt a field goal. I mean, we just want to get these 33 seconds off the board and go in with just this 14-point deficit.
There was a favorite right there on the screen for you, Joanna Perino, here tonight once again. She joined us last week here on WCTV. She's in the end zone camera. So now will Avon, with 33 seconds left and one timeout, up 28-14. 3-1, left to right for Elder.
Give it a little running.
He'll give it off the right side. Wendell will get
clock runs.
Stopped by Gavin Madigan.
Clock runs. Well, that's good for us. That was a good stop by Gavin. Sticks stay where they are. It's 20 seconds left. They got 2nd and 3. And they know they're going to try to run us off. They don't want anything deep, so we're going to protect on that. And Elder drops back.
Elder will look to throw. He's going deep to
nobody. Yeah, he was really
downfield. 2 seconds left.
Yeah, he was covered pretty well, and that ball was really not thrown on target. They were just trying to make something happen. We got 2 seconds left here.
What's interesting is that Keontae Smith not on the field in this series. In the backfield is Cam Wendell.
Yeah, that's interesting. Here he comes. Just as you say that, here comes Smith running on. Look for maybe a little screen, see if they can get him out in the open and cut him loose.
Let's see. They're just going to go and kneel it and end the half and go in to halftime leading by 2 scores.
All right, there we go, Mike. That's it.
Well, we played one half of football in this Division II Region 6 semifinal. The Avon Eagles lead it 28-14. Coach Justin Todd, you know that he's going into the locker room, will make some serious adjustments defensively to stop the Avon Eagle offense.
Well, he's going to have a lot of questions of his staff, and they're going to put this together, and they're going to say, okay, what is it? And I think at this point, Mike, if I'm the defensive staff, Coach Probst, I think we've got to say, look, we have got to stop the run. We've got to stop the run at this point and take that away, because if not, they're just going to grind it out on us in this second half. The game is half over, and we're down 2 scores. And they've been very effective in that running game so far in this first half.
Kirk and I will be with you here in the start of the third quarter as you see Coach Elder taking his Eagles to the locker room. Enjoy the halftime show, the Avon Eagles Marching Band, followed by your Wadsworth Grizzly Marching Band.
We'd like to open our show with an arrangement of a single by American rock band The Killers. It was first released in 2003 and has become the longest charting single on the UK official singles chart Top 100. Keep your eyes on feature Thriller star Couch as we perform our version of Mr. Lifetime. by Nicki Minaj. This song reached number 5 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart, and it's been certified diamond by the Recording Industry Association of America. Let's hear it for the Mighty Eagles as they perform Starships. Now entering the field is your 2025-2026 Wadsworth Grizzlies Marching Band. Leading the band down the field are drum majors Aaron Casey, Tracy Yale, and Becca Nichols. The band is directed by Dana Heyer and assisted by Scott Cornwall. The percussion instructor is Ryan Louie, and percussion arranger and tech is David Seltzer. Vanessa Lloyd and Jessica Thorson are the color guard instructors. Originally recorded by Gloria Jones in 1964 and covered in 1981. Get ready to embrace the darker side of romance as the Wadsworth High School Marching Band presents our rendition of Soft Cell's iconic Tainted Love. star Jennifer Lopez released this song as the lead single from her 2011 album Love and features Pitbull. The song became a global success, topping charts in 37 countries. Prepare to dance away as we play On the Floor. Released in 1978, Copacabana, recorded by Barry Manilow, was inspired by a conversation at the Copacabana Hotel in Rio de Janeiro. The track was Manilow's first gold single for a song he wrote or co-wrote. Additionally, the song earned Manilow his first and only Grammy Award. Featuring senior color guard captains Kira Hutchinson and Callista Kuzmic, this is Copacabana.
right, welcome back to the press box here at Arkwright Stadium, where we're closing moments of halftime. Hope you enjoyed the halftime show. The Avon Eagles marching band and the Grizzly marching band. The Eagles lead it by 14 over the Grizzlies. Here are the numbers in the first half. For Avon, 182 yards of total offense, 7 first downs, penalized 5 times for 59 yards. Leading rusher for the Avon Eagles, Keontae Smith, 10 carries, 66 yards and 2 touchdowns. Blake Elder, 4 of 6 for 52 yards. So defensively, done a nice job against Elder. Leading receiver for the Eagles is Jordanic, 2 receptions for 29 yards. For the Grizzlies, 174 yards of total offense, 9 first downs compared to Avon's 7. The Grizzlies been penalized twice for 30 yards. And, of course, the 1 turnover, the INT, which resulted in 7 points for the Eagles. Leading rusher for the Grizzlies, Cooper Gray, 7 carries, only 33 yards. Hall is 15 of 22 for 134 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the leading receiver for the Grizzlies, Gavin Madigan, 5 receptions, 30 yards. Madigan, 3 receptions, Maddox, 3 receptions, 50 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Kirk, we were talking at halftime. If you are the Grizzlies, what are you talking about in the locker room?
Well, I think Coach Todd's got to tell his kids, look, there's another half of football to play. You know, we get the ball right here. We take it down the field like we just did right there before the half. We get us another score on the board. And then we reset our defense, shut this running game down. And I think he needs to focus on the positives and point out a few things that, look, we got to clean that up. And once we clean those things up, we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Because like you said, I think the biggest difference, and Smith had 60 yards. That's a real nice first half on 10 carries, 6 yards a carry. Mm-hmm. But the difference has been the quarterback runs. Their backup quarterback came in when Elder went out to get his ankle taped up and went for about a 15 to 20-yard run here on a critical down, and that was in the first quarter. And then we saw Elder with a couple nice runs. He ran for a first down on a short run, but then he had another really long run. So there's been some plays that have hurt the Grizzlies, and we got to stop that run game.
Well, let's see if the Wadsworth Grizzly offense can take care of that overly aggressive secondary of the Avon Eagles. We talked about maybe some hitch and goes and something to deceive that secondary because they are committing very, very early.
I tell you, number 26 is hungry. He almost had another one. He had the pick 6 early on, but he almost had another one. And certainly we need to take advantage of him being so overly aggressive, as you said.
And the Avon Eagles, no stranger to the postseason. 17th playoff appearance under head coach Mike Elder. 15 consecutive playoff appearances by the Avon Eagles. As we talked about at the top of the show, this is the standard in the state of Ohio, the Avon Eagles. And Justin Todd, we know that he's had those conversations here at halftime. His Grizzlies are going to be ready to go, being the final game here at Arkwright Stadium. And what a great turnout here by the Avon Eagle faithful, filling the stands on the visiting side. What a great environment for high school football here tonight.
It's dry. It's a little chilly, but this is what you expect on November 14th in Northeast Ohio. We're lucky we don't have a couple inches of snow on the ground right now, Mike. So we'll take advantage of that. But I'm telling you what, the Eagles are not going to coast from this point. They're looking for blood as well. So we've got to bring our best here early on to get right back in this thing.
No, it's very important for the Grizzlies to put the ball in the end zone, then get a stop defensively and make a new football game out of this one, as we are just moments away from the second half getting underway, as Jensen Petro has it teed up.
We need this crowd to really get this group energized.
Yeah, the Eagles have taken the crowd out of it. This will go into the end zone, and again fumbled, but it will come out to the 20, and Kirk having a little bit of trouble holding on to the football tonight.
That's 2 in a row that Hahn has got his hands on right underneath him, and they went right off his chest.
So we talked about at halftime, would the Grizzlies come out and maybe take a couple of deep shots here with this very aggressive Eagles secondary, or will they try to establish the run? Cooper Gray will start the second half in the backfield to the right hip of Bryson Hall. Lamp is to the left of Hall. They will give to Gray up the middle, and
he's fighting for a few. He's going to get, they might give him 2. He was digging for it, but boy, they ran him right into the teeth of that Eagle defense.
Sure did. Lance Dawson and Derek Weitzel on the stop.
They're going to generously give him 2 on that carry, Mike, but right into the teeth of that Avon defense. You know, they played that down with 4 down linemen and 1 linebacker, and we still were not able to get a whole lot of ground covered there.
Stolarski now will work his way to the right side. He looks like he's bringing pressure. He does.
Edge.
Picked up. Hall got a man. It is Maddox again. First down for the Grizzlies.
Big yards. Big yard. That's 15 and 8. That's going to be 23-yard pickup there by Maddox. I tell you what, he has stepped up right here tonight, Mike. This is a great game by Luke Maddox.
Caden Clapham on the stop, but again, not before the Grizzlies will get a first down, and they are tempo now. 3 receivers to the left side of Hall. On the near side is Lemp. Hall again, wide side. Madigan on the reception. Madigan powering his way for only about 2 yards on the play. They're going to give him 1.
Maddox has got 5 catches for 76 yards right now, Mike, and those 2 touchdowns in the first half. And he has been the go-to guy tonight with Kalik seemingly locked up. 2nd and 8 here, Mike.
Yeah, that is Luke Maddox, I believe, best game of the season thus far. 2nd down and 8 now for the Grizzlies. Hall, left side, a little high. Pass is intended for Lemp.
And he was open too, and he's a little bit upset with that throw. I saw him shake his shoulders. He was open, and he had a little bit of room in front of him. We had gone a little tempo, and that had opened up some things, and it's going to give us 3rd and 8 here for the Grizzlies once again.
Yeah, 3rd down and long. You know, you hate to say big 3rd down early here in the 3rd quarter, but this one is. 3rd down and 8. Twins to the right, twins to the left, 2-by-2 set. And behind Hall is the senior, Cooper Gray. Hall looking to throw. Ball in the air, and it's going to be intercepted by Grant Barr.
He's got a lot of speed.
To the 30.
It's going to take everything Cooper's got to get him. Cooper got it. Oh, Cooper lit him up and saved the touchdown. Wow. We're going to get a flag back here, probably a block behind the play.
Got some laundry on the carpet here at Arkwright Stadium, and Grant Barr nearly takes it to the house. A great play by Cooper Gray, but that will come back. It will be in Avon.
Yeah, Bryson threw that up, and it stayed up in the air, Mike.
Yeah.
If we get a chance to see it, that ball just stayed up in the air. And Barr, who really hasn't had much of a presence on offense as we expected, but certainly that's a tremendous play in the defensive backfield. And we don't, as I mentioned earlier, we don't even have him listed as a backup for Avon for their defense. So that's some changes that Coach Elder and his staff made this week.
Roughing the passer.
Wow.
Wow.
And that's going to give the Grizzlies a first down and negate that touchdown. That's a shame because Cooper may have got the big crunch of the week with that tackle.
Well, I'll take that. I will take that personal foul.
Let's see what we got
roughing
here.
The passer.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, pass was intended for Madigan. Big break for the Grizzlies. 1st and 10 now in Eagle territory on the 38-yard line.
Again, this is the 3rd time I've said this. The Grizzlies got to take advantage of this fortune that they've gotten from the Eagles.
3-by-1 set, right to left for Hall this time. It is to Gray up the middle, and he's going to get tripped up at the line of scrimmage for a gain of only 1.
My God, there's a couple times here I've seen he's just 1 step away. If he can get off that trip, he might be able to get a big gain, but he just has not been able to get his feet up.
Yeah, Dylan Luker and Derek Weitzel on the stop for that front down lineman for the Eagles.
2nd and long. The Grizzlies have to take advantage of that personal foul roughing the passer penalty.
Jacob Ernest in the H-back, 2-by-1 set, right to left for Hall. Hall will look
Play
to
action.
throw. He's going deep.
He's got Jalen
King, and falls incomplete.
Yeah, he just could not make that connection, and now we're 3rd and long again.
But Jalen had his guy beat.
He sure did. That ball Bryson threw was a little bit inside, and Jalen just could not get to it.
And again, as a quarterback, he's not seen this type of speed on a defensive line all season long, so that his mind might be going a little faster than he's used to. So the Thunder, Gavin Madigan will check in the backfield. 3-by-1 set now for the Grizzlies, right to left. Lemp on the near side.
Very quick.
Pressure coming. Screen. Madigan with it. Madigan will work his way to about the 30-yard line.
Going to be a couple yards short. Oh, they're going to mark him down at the 31. That's not a good spot at all. Okay, let's move on. 4th and 4. A long 3, and the Grizzlies got to go for it right here.
No, we haven't seen anything over the middle since the first quarter, but with all of that pressure, the Eagles are coming, Kirk. They're going to bring pressure. They're loading up the box right now.
I have not seen Smeltzer.
Dawson Mendel will check in. Play clock at 10. 4th down and 4. Ball at the Eagle 31-yard line. Now we've got a timeout. Coach Todd.
He wanted to see what was going on there.
Yeah, the Eagles are going to bring pressure on this.
Yeah, you absolutely expect that. 4th and 3. This would be a big, again, another big momentum switch for Avon. If they're able to stop us here, it would be the 3rd or 4th time they've stopped us on downs. We talked about this. We saw it on film. They give up some yards, and we've gone from the 35. Yes, we were helped by a penalty, but they give up some yards. But then they bow up right here, and they've gotten people. They've gotten turnovers, and they've gotten some turnovers on downs we've seen on film, and that's what they've done to the Grizzlies here tonight. This is the 3rd time that the Grizzlies have gone for it on 4th down. The previous 2 times they got stopped. So we'll see what Avon has to offer defensively here, and what Coach Todd can script up here for the Grizzlies to try to pick up these 3 yards and keep this drive alive.
You know, we talked about it earlier this season, Kirk, about the Grizzly defense. When that field gets shorter, it's tough to move the ball against a strong defensive team, and the Avon Eagles, very strong defensive unit over there for head coach Mike Elder. And 4th down and 3 is what the Grizzlies will face, and we'll see what Coach Todd dials up here in a critical down for the Grizzlies. And you got to wonder, take a look at Gavin Madigan, the Offensive Player of the Year on the field. 3-by-1 set now. Avon, 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers. Different look by that Avon Eagle defense. Hall, pressure coming. He's got to get rid of it, and it's intercepted. Picking it off is Ryan Stolarski.
Well, that's equal to a turnover on downs there, Mike. But I tell you what, Bryson Hall had a man in his face as soon as the ball reached his hands. I'm not sure where he came from.
That's Lance Dawson. He's at that defensive end on the left side.
He was in Bryson's face almost immediately.
If you look, Dawson unable to get a piece of Dawson. Yeah, Mendel unable to get a piece of Dawson, and then Stolarski is right there.
Yeah, again, the ball was slightly underthrown, and Gavin never had a chance to really grab that, and the Grizzlies are turned over on downs again.
Elder will give to Keontae Smith. Keontae will be stopped by Ryan Stoops.
Wow. I like to watch the line judges come in and mark the ball, and the far side line judge had him marked over the 35. So it's interesting to see him walk in here, and if he's looking at the same ball carrier that we are.
2nd down and 8 now for this Eagle offense. Blake Elder with an empty backfield now. A quad to his left. Elder, quick screen. That is Jordanic, and he'll be stopped well short of a 1st down.
Yeah, he's met almost immediately. I think that was Stoops.
And Jacob Ernest, yes.
And they, third and 4. So the Grizzlies are bowed up a little bit. And let's see what Avon has here on 3rd down. This is such a critical down. We got to get off the field, Mike.
You know, Keontae Smith averaging over 6 yards a carry in the first half. Do they go to Keontae in the backfield? This Wadsworth faithful, for the first time tonight since the opening kickoff, making some noise here at Artwright Stadium.
Yeah, see a little bit of energy here. They know that this team needs it if they can get these boys fired up and get a stop right here.
Keontae Smith to the right of Elder. Elder looking. He's got to be flushed out to his right.
Oh, and it's incomplete, Mike. And the Grizzlies needed that. The Grizzlies needed that. 4th and 4, and we'll see what they're going to draw up here deep in their own territory. Are they going to punt it away, or are they going to roll the dice here?
Jordanic, the intended receiver. Well, what we saw the Eagles do in the first half, let that offense and then let the punt team sprint on the field.
Yeah, like I said earlier, a little gamesmanship, and he's going to wait till about 15 seconds, I'm going to guess. That's usually the point. Nope. They're going to go for it.
Go for it. 4th down and 4 at their own 38-yard line.
Watch the ball, boys.
Tight twins for Elder. Motion is Jordanic. Elder back to throw. Pressure coming. Elder tucks it.
Oh, and he's got a lot of room.
Down and more. Elder will slide at the 50-yard line, and a big play by the senior quarterback for the Eagles.
And once again, like we said, 4th down, and the quarterback runs it, and we are not accounted for him. He rolled out to his right. We had the outside covered, but he cuts it back upfield, and there's nobody there. And certainly, we get 4th and 4, and they convert that into a 1st down.
1st down and 10 now. Ball at the 50-yard line for the Eagles. 3 receivers to the left of Elder. Keontae Smith in the backfield to the right of Elder.
They're going to give it to
Smith,
him.
left side.
He's got a little bit of room.
And a flag comes in from
way back in the
back judge.
Defensive backfield.
Holding will be the call, I believe, is the initial call.
Yeah, they're going to call. And again, the Grizzlies now are going to have 1st and 20. We need to take advantage of this and try and get this ball back, Mike. But again, the clock is churning as well. We're under the halfway point here in this 3rd quarter.
So 1st down and 20 now for the Eagles. Ball be placed at the 40-yard line. And
again, I have to point out the damage done there. We had them 4th and 4, deep in their own territory. Could have been a big advantage for the Grizzlies, and the quarterback's legs is what made the difference there, Mike. And that's the 3rd time we've said that on some critical downs for the Eagles.
Yeah, and we've talked about it. It's not something that he does typically, but in tonight's ball game, he certainly had the running lanes to break free and make some big plays for this Avon Eagle offense to keep drives alive.
Certainly has.
1st down and 20 now, ball at the 40. Motion to the near side. This time Elder will be flushed
in trouble.
out of the pocket. Ball tipped at the line of scrimmage.
And Jake Ernest had a slither of hope to get that off the deflected helmet and was just not able to get there. And boy, that could have balanced things out a little bit with the pick 6. Boy, that would have been big if we could have got that one. But just a little bit out of Jake's reach. And now 2nd and 20, Mike.
Jacob Ernest, Defensive Player of the Year in the Suburban League National Conference. And you're right, a big 2nd down and 20. First time the Eagles have been in this situation all night long. 2nd and very long. But this is an explosive offense.
I'll give a little credit to our defensive backfield. They have been providing some pretty good coverage and keeping their receivers in relative check for the big explosive ones. Here's Smith. He's stonewalled, and Jude Holler's pulling him back. He might get a yard.
The
ball's loose. They're going to say the ball's loose. They blew it dead again.
They blow it dead.
Oh, and Coach Todd is hot. That ball looked like it was out, and they're going to say he was down, and Coach Todd is livid.
Now John dials it back here. We'll take another look at it as we slow it down. When does the ball start to come out? And his forward momentum is stopped.
Yeah.
And that's when they blew the whistle.
Yeah, that whistle was blown. That's good. Good call.
Good call. But 3rd down and 19 now for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Big down for this Grizzly defense. Coach Todd encouraging the defense. He's also given the official an earful.
Yeah.
Coach Todd, be careful not to get a penalty, but
there's a late whistle in his mind, but certainly his momentum was stopped, and it's the right call, Mike.
3rd down and 19 from the 41-yard line of the Eagles. Elder back to throw. Steps up in the pocket.
Got a guy in the middle.
1st down for Jordanic.
Oh, Jordanic. They needed 19. They got 22.
What a route by Jordanic. Gets deep enough, just gets beyond the sticks, and that's an Eagle 1st down with 5 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. I mean, he does a nice job, plenty of time. Nice ball to a wide open Jordan.
Yeah. Well, number 13, Deshazi was chasing. I don't know if he had responsibility for him or not.
Again, a third down and long, and the Eagles stay on the
play
field.
action.
This time
They're going
deep. Left, right side.
Oh, incomplete. Tommy Hahn with another great breakup down the far sideline.
That is Grant Barr.
And Barr was not able to hang on to that. And, boy, Tommy Hahn with a great play.
Yeah, Tommy Hahn, if you read about it in the Gazette earlier, he's on an island out there with one of the best in Northeast Ohio.
And he just ripped the ball away, yeah.
That's great coverage.
Great coverage by Tommy on that play.
I mean, he has had a number of I believe he leads the county in pass breakups.
Yes, he does. He's had a really, really great season out there by himself a lot. Normally matched up with the number 1 receiver as he was in that case.
Second down at 10 again, Hahn. Over Barr. This time they're going to give right side. That's to Cam Wendell, who will get about 4 yards on that carry.
3 or 4 yards. Quick hitter. It looked like one of the Grizzlies defenders just missed him as they were crashing down. It's going to be third and a long 6, Mike. And again, the Grizzlies have got to get off the field.
Yeah, that is the key here tonight on third down, getting off the field with this Eagle offense, and they're so efficient for the Avon Eagles. Anderson Tetzel checks in. He's on the right side of that defensive line as the Grizzly faithful come to life at Arkwright. 4 minutes remaining third quarter.
These third downs are so critical.
Cam Wendell on the right hip of Elder.
Jordanic in motion. Elder's back to pass.
Looking, pressure. He's going to spin out of it. Now
there's a hold that didn't get called, and Elder's running all over the place.
Elder
now he's looking for yardage, and he's got somebody.
Got a man in the end zone.
Oh, and he dropped it!
Tommy Hahn on the coverage. Pass intended for number 87, Madden Clemente.
Boy, they were lucky. There's a big-time hold back here as Elder scrambled around.
I mean, Elder does a great job and just buying time.
Yeah, we're seeing a couple holds here in the replay, and right here there's a
number 52. There's
another
one
push in the back there.
Yep. So fourth down and 6 now from the 33-yard line for the Eagles. Cam Wendell in the backfield. Deontay Smith on the sideline. Wendell now to the left hip.
Another big momentum play
of Elder. Fourth down.
One of these has got to go the Grizzlies' way.
Elder looking to throw, being pressured, going the
wrong
direction.
A block in the back right there.
And he's sacked.
Oh, he's sacked big time by Luke Maddox. He is having the game of his life, Mike. Luke Maddox.
Now the Grizzlies will take over in terrific field position with 3:20 remaining here in the third quarter. Let's take another look at it. Elder again. Great coverage downfield by the secondary of the Grizzlies.
There's a tremendous block in the back coming up right here, Mike. Boys, some sticky flags right there on Brad Watson. Some sticky flags in the pocket.
Maddox?
Boy, Luke Maddox coming in as a little pass rush specialist in that situation and really help the Grizzlies field position out. We get it at midfield. And if we can get on the board here, Mike, it's a brand new game if the Grizzlies can get on the board here in short order.
Now, can the Grizzlies take advantage of that and get the momentum swinging back in their direction? First down and 10 from the 47-yard line. It is Lemp in motion to the far side. Cooper Gray in the backfield. They'll give to Gray. Left side, and he is brought down from behind.
Almost immediately.
Stolarski. Just an incredible play by Stolarski.
Mike, it's incredible how quickly these defenders are getting on our running backs. I don't know what blocking assignment may not be missed, but you're right. That young man, Solarski, he made a tremendous play on that. And, you know, we've had several situations where we've talked about it. We got one man. And if we can just get by that one man on a couple of these plays, we can change this a little bit.
In the slot on the left side is Jacob Ernest. This time, Hall will quickly get rid of it. And McNeil unable to handle the hot ball out of Hall's hands, and it falls incomplete. And another third down and long for this Grizzly offense.
It's just been,
my goodness.
It's just been so tough for the Grizzlies to churn out much. You know, first down run, we're getting tripped up by the ankles very quickly. And then incompletion on second down. We've seen this over and over now on a couple drives that we've had here, Mike. This is just so uncharacteristic of this Grizzly offense. But, man, they really are stopping the run, and we said it early. Grizzlies established the run. It's a different game, and they have not been able to do so.
Four-man front now for that Eagle defense. Schmelzer in motion to the far side. Hall.
Got a man open.
Got a man. It's Lemp. Lemp is going to struggle.
It's going to be where they mark it. It's going to be close.
It's going to be short. They're going to.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him.
They're going to move it.
They're moving the sticks.
Moving sticks.
Woo! Okay, that was a little generous, I thought, from up here, Mike. I don't have the best angle. They do. But, man, that was close.
Big catch and a second effort by the senior Calix Lemp. Gives the Grizzlies a first down and continues the drive. Wadsworth now in Avon territory as the clock continues to work its way down to 2 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. Wadsworth with a 2-by-2 set.
We just need one, Mike. We just need one big play here.
Lemp in motion once again to the far side. Hall will give the Cooper Gray counter.
Made a man miss. He got wrapped up. What a great tackle.
On the stop there is number 14. That is Caden Clapham. That is a big play by that Eagle defense. No gain on first down for the Grizzlies.
Are they negating that play? Because Cooper clearly got, what are you going to say, false start on the
false
Grizzlies.
Start, yeah, okay.
Wow, that's a late flag.
Well,
that negates that play altogether.
Yeah, I missed that flag, my friend.
Me
I'm
too.
Sorry.
So did I. Boy, it sure seemed a little late.
If it's a false start, it's a dead play. You got to run the clock back, right?
Yeah, well, you should.
So 3 receivers to the left in a stack. Bryson Hall, Cooper Gray in the backfield. Hall quickly out to the left side. It is Madigan. They're calling incomplete. They're saying it hit the carpet.
Wow.
And
the Grizzlies just keep going back to the well and just can't get anything generated.
And
yeah, that ball's off the turf.
It's off the turf, yep. And Bryson, not as accurate as we have seen him all season long. And again,
Mike, unfortunately, he's had a number of short throws like that one. There's a few in there, and he's had a lot of pressure. The young guys had a lot of pressure in his face. Looks like Eagles are dialing up something.
Yeah.
Look how many people under the hard deck. Yeah,
six in the box.
7 maybe. Yeah, they got a lot of people
7.
up there.
Here it comes, and Coach Todd, did we call a timeout? Flags everywhere. We'll see what the call is. Yeah, you're right, Kirk. They had 7 guys in the box.
Delay a game. Boy, the Grizzlies are just so out of sync right now, Mike, and now it's 2nd and 20. Just so out of sync. You know, and credit to the Eagles, they're not doing a lot real fancy. They're just playing the game, and the Grizzlies just haven't been able to counter with anything.
Here they come again.
Yeah.
They're bringing 8 in the box, 7 in the box now.
They're bringing everybody, and he's got to get it out right now.
Hall being pressured. He'll throw. He's outside of the tackle box, and it will fall incomplete.
Wow.
Lance Dawson in pursuit of Bryson Hall.
And they're just bringing everybody, and we don't have anything in our playbook to counter that right now. And I'm a little surprised because we've seen that a number of times. You would think that we would have something to account for it, but we really haven't. I can tell you right now, the defensive coaches for Avon have got a little scheme advantage on the Grizzlies right now. Now we're going 3rd and 20.
Dawson and Weitzel will check out, dominating that defensive front for the Eagles. Both of those guys are out of the game, but the Eagles have depth.
We're just trying to make a positive play here, Mike.
Third down, yeah.
This has been an ugly series.
3rd down and 20, pressure coming. Hall's going to go down.
I mean,
Ian Engelhart or DiTilio on the stop.
He just bull rushed 2 men and went straight back into Bryson's face.
Now let's see. He comes right up the middle. This is Engelhart.
Center couldn't hold on to him.
Yeah, Merritt Fortner not able to handle Engelhart, and a huge loss.
That's Carter Raymond, 57.
Carter Raymond, I beg your pardon. 4th and 30 now. Reese on to kick.
Wow, that was a big defensive play by that young man.
Reese will get it away.
Little end over end. And it's going to give the Grizzlies a little bit of a bounce, down inside the 25, but Mike, I tell you what, the Grizzly offense, I don't know how to speak to it. I mean, it's not something we've seen in the last 2 years, really. I mean, we just have not had an ability to pick up a lot of yards.
Yeah, they are bringing the pressure, but you know, when you bring 7 in the box, I mean, you've got to have something in your playbook, right, to combat that.
And we haven't shown it yet. And now there's a flag. They just threw a flag, it looks like, on Coach Todd. Sideline warning, maybe.
You know, we've not seen a lot of Gavin Madigan in the backfield running the ball tonight. Yes, he's playing both sides of the football.
They're trying to get him the ball out in space a few times.
Yeah.
But you're right, we haven't seen him. I don't know that Gavin, he hasn't carried the ball here in the third quarter, and I think he had 3 or 4 here in the first half, so he hasn't carried the ball very much. I think Cooper's got 10 carries. Looks like 10 carries for about 36, 37 yards. So it's just been so difficult for the Grizzlies' potent run game to get going.
Here's Elder now, 1st and 10 from the 24. Smith.
Patient run.
Left side, Keontae Smith with a gain of about 3.
Yeah, 4 yards on that. He very patient run by Keontae Smith. And like we said, he had a great game against us last year. He's a very talented back. And they're going to run the ball. They're up 2 touchdowns, Mike, here as the third quarter comes to an end. They're going to run the ball.
So we'll see. I believe Elder's just going to let this clock run out. He does, and that will be it for the third quarter, as Avon is scoreless in the third quarter. Unfortunately, so are the Grizzlies. Go to the fourth quarter, and who will advance to the regional final? And it looks like it's going to be Highland. Will play the winner of this one.
Highland looks like they're having their way with North Ridgeville, and we're gonna see that score here, 48-0 in the fourth quarter for Highland.
Yeah, running clock definitely over there. Now, boy, how big would be a defensive stop or a defensive turnover here? And the Grizzlies get the ball and they're deep in their own territory. They got a lot of work to do. Down 2 scores here, 28-14.
Yeah, and
take a look at the brackets. Division II, Region 6. Now, the winner of this game, again, will take on Highland, and that will be at a neutral site.
We've took a poll up here. I was saying Brunswick. That came up. They say maybe North Royalton might be the site of that. It really depends on who it depends on who it's going to be, because I'd imagine, you know, last year we played Avon in Strongsville, so that could be a candidate. If it's Highland, since we're so close, that could be a candidate to play in Strongsville. But we'll see what happens here to end this game. Fourth quarter, Mike.
2nd down and 6. Elder will tuck it away, run it. Elder right side. Elder breaks out. Elder to the 45-50. He'll be knocked out of bounds by Watson.
Yeah.
And a big gain by the senior quarterback,
and that
Blake Elder.
That was a designed run from the very start, and he just ran right up in the middle of the line, broke off to his left, and boy, Stoops was getting held very bad by number 52. That was Malley. That was not Elder.
So we saw Malley. We saw him. We saw him in the first half do the same thing.
Yep.
Now we've got a timeout. Avon. So Malley with the big run.
Man, he stepped up in this game and that's a huge run. He had another really yard. He might be the leading rusher for Avon at this point. All joking aside, he's had a couple. I don't know if he's quite eclipsed Smith. Smith's probably around 70 yards. Had a couple carries there in the third quarter, but Malley's got to be, 73 yards for
Malley.
No, Keontae Smith has 73, so he's picked up about 7 yards. But Malley's got to have 40+ yards of his own on a couple quarterback runs, and it's just not somebody that the Grizzlies accounted for. And he's making them pay.
And that's something, if you're defensively, you're looking in the backfield and 18's at quarterback, you got to think run.
Now you've got to start recognizing it. Get in the kid's ear and say, look, when you see 18, Jake, Gavin, one of those guys, maybe Jude, has got to point that out. Hey, we got 18, 18, 18, and so that they recognize that you got to be aware of that quarterback run in these situations.
Yeah, we saw there on the timeout, during the timeout, as we had a shot of the Avon sideline. There's nothing wrong with Blake Elder, just a designed run play, Kirk, as you had mentioned. And enough for a first down, and now the Eagles.
Yeah, it looked like Elder did come out of that timeout scrum back in at quarterback.
Cam Wendell to his right hip. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Wendell on the carry,
There's
wide open on the
there.
left side, and we did not set the edge, and Wendell just runs for a first down, a gain of 16.
Yeah, there was just nobody there. And I don't know what got missed there, but Mike, that was a wide open. There was no one there. And I tell you, when I look at our defense versus the Avon Eagles defense, it looks like sometimes they're playing with 13 or 14 players. I mean, we got 11, and we're just not able to cover the ground like they are. And, boy, they are really putting it to this Grizzly defense at the moment.
3 receivers to the right side of Blake Elder. The Eagles looking to put this one up 35-14 and take a command here in the fourth quarter. A lot of football left. They'll throw it near side. It is caught.
And they're going to call a hold.
Flag.
There's a hold on Barr.
So Caden Clapham with the reception.
But you're going to take that off the board. There was a hold out here by Barr that's going to back the Eagles up. But they've bailed the Grizzlies out 4 or 5 times now with untimely penalties. That have helped the Grizzlies out, and the Grizzlies just haven't been able to take full advantage of it.
And, as a football purist, if you're Coach Mike Elder, this is something you're going to talk about next week should the Avon Eagles hold on, because I don't think anyone can make those types of mistakes against the Highland Hornets and survive.
Certainly.
But it's going to be first down and 14. Clock continues to run with 11 minutes now remaining in this one. 2-1. For the Eagles, left to right. Keontae Smith in the backfield behind Elder. They will
play action.
Throw.
He wants to go deep, and there's nobody in his face. He's
Plenty
got forever.
Time, plenty
He's
of time.
got forever.
He's going to run.
Now he's going to try and run and get out of bounds, and he does. And Watson gives him a little shove there.
No flag on the play.
No, he was still in bounds when Watson pushed him, but that's a close one. I know you got to play to the line and play to the whistle, but I tell you what, Brad Watson needs to be very careful on that play. You don't want to give him any more. He didn't really get any yardage.
Yeah, he earned a few yards on the play. Second down and 10.
Yeah.
It was, I believe, second and 14. He gets 4 on the play.
Yeah, I apologize.
Second down and 10.
You're right. He did pick up a few yards, and the Avon faithful are not happy about that push on their quarterback, and Elder's going to come out. Malley's coming in. Keontae Smith goes out.
Grant Barr will line up on the left side.
Let's see what
and
they,
we'll
what
see
they do
Tommy
with their
Hahn.
backs.
Tommy Hahn will follow Grant Barr, and now we'll call a timeout.
Yeah, Coach Elder's not. There was a confusion on their part with their substitution packages there, and it looks like number 9 was going to line up in the backfield. That's Killian. How do you pronounce it? Hasig?
Hasig, yeah, the tight end.
Yeah. So if I see that formation, Mike, with number 9, who typically plays tight end, if he's going to line up in the backfield, that's a run play. Yeah. That's a designed quarterback run with Malley, who's been so effective, like we said earlier. He's approaching 50 yards rushing, which would make him the second leading rusher in the game overall. We're 10:40 here left in the fourth period, and 28-14. Again, we talked about that pick 6 early on being a little bit of a difference, and right now, we're looking at a very, very tightly contested game, but Avon just feels like they've had so much momentum, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, something had Coach Elder upset there at the timeout as he was barking into the ear of the sideline official on the far side. Second down and 10 now as the Eagles come out of the timeout, and in the quarterback again is number 18. That's Maley.
Jackson Palmer to his left.
So Maley
Okay.
Empty backfield now as Palmer goes in motion.
And here's
Maley
a design
will run
run.
it right side off the right edge.
And we still
unable
miss the
to get him. Yeah,
And
I mean, what wheels? I mean, Maley can run the football.
Yeah, he's quick, and we all knew he was going to run the ball, Mike. I mean, that's pretty much what he's done. And sure enough, and there was nobody there to set the edge for the Grizzlies. This is just so uncharacteristic, Mike. I'm having a hard time processing.
Well, nice job by the offensive line of
Sure.
the Eagles because they're able to seal that Grizzly defense to the inside and create the running space for Maley. And Maley will stay in the ball game. Keontae Smith in the backfield with him. And again, the Eagles in no hurry now to get a play off.
Nor should they be. But the game clock is stopped because he went out of bounds after picking up that first down. But you got Keontae Smith. They're going with look like a heavy package here.
Yeah, that's Killian Hasig. Now they'll go wide right, quads to the right. Screen almost picked off there, almost picked off. That is Ryan Stoops on the stop.
Yeah, that was a little bit ill-advised. Stoops got a hand on that and knocked it away, and that's good for the Grizzlies because, again, we have got to keep them off the board here, Mike, if we want to hold out any hope of drawing closer with less than one period left to go here at Arkwright Stadium.
Yeah, more importantly, the clock stops on the incomplete pass. It is 2nd down and 18, the Eagles at the Grizzly.
Elder back in the game.
2nd down and 10, Eagles at the Grizzly 18-yard line.
Hand off to
Keontae Smith, left side. He'll bounce it, turn it inside. Smith continue to run. Tough guy to bring down tonight.
I mean, he picked up 15. I mean, we just can't tackle him. I don't understand, Mike. We've had a couple people there, and they're just not tackling him and bringing him to the ground. Again, uncharacteristic of the Grizzlies.
Yeah, we know this Eagle team definitely motivated to get back to Tom Benson Stadium, and Keontae Smith having a football game tonight.
Yeah, picked up another 15. That's going to give him, close to 90 yards here in this game.
Yeah, and he's been great on yards after contact.
Sure he has. He's had a really, really, really good game against this Grizzly defense.
Blake Elder will give
it to him again. He's patient, looking
and
where to go.
And Gavin Madigan will get in there.
Yeah, they're going to give him 3 yards.
Shazi on the stop. Nathan Shipley in there as well, but inside the 5, inside the 3, they'll mark it at the 2. It's 2nd and goal from the 2 for the Eagles.
What I was impressed with there with Smith is, just how patient he was. The Grizzlies got no penetration to him. That offensive line is going foot to foot, and they're just occupying guys up front and waiting for Smith to find his seam and go, and he did. And luckily Gavin came in and slowed him down. But
well, guess what the play is? Maley's in at quarterback.
Yeah.
Maley.
Going to the right. Here's Hawk.
We'll keep
it.
And he's in. Touchdown. I mean,
just easily.
Maley's, when he's in the ball game, he's going to run it.
Yeah. And the Grizzlies have given up 35. The defense has given up 28 points here. 34-14 pending the extra point, and the Grizzlies are got a really, really tough hill to climb here.
And again, he's going to run it. Keontae Smith will lead the way along with Hasig.
Well, give credit to Coach Elder and his staff. They saw something that was being effective. We said early on the Grizzlies were making some stops. He saw something that was being really effective with Maley, and it says something that you pull your son, your senior quarterback that has been
offensive player of the year.
Offensive player of the year in their conference. He's been phenomenal, 2,500 yards, 28 touchdowns, and you pull him for the backup who's a little bit more of a runner, and look what it's resulted in.
Well, the Eagles in complete control, 35-14. Coach Todd, I know, regardless of what happens here tonight, Kirk, for the Grizzlies, very proud of this senior group, proud of the accomplishments of this team all season long.
Well, yeah. This is the group that he started with when he came to Wadsworth. These kids were just entering into the program, so he's been taking step by step, building this group up from the time he got here. They're a special group. Obviously, at this point in the game, it hasn't quite resulted on the field, but it is a special group. A lot of talented players, several players that are going to go on to the next level and play more football after tonight. But this is they're a little bit desperation mode right now, Mike. 9 minutes to go and down by 21.
we talked about the number of wins that Mike Elder has. He's 262 in 55 in his 19th season. Any idea who the winningest coach is in Ohio high school football?
He's coaching tonight down in Steubenville, and I don't know his name. I can't recall his last name. It's not easy.
You are correct.
Sakasha?
Sakasha.
I got it right.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
All right. He is coming into tonight's game 448 in 88.
Wow. Almost, approaching 450 wins.
Yeah, they're the third seed tonight. They're taking on number 2 seed Licking Valley, who's 11-0, but he's looking to get his 449th win tonight. There's a lot of football, friends.
Yeah, that is a lot of football.
Petro with
pick it up.
Will pick it up. It's Gavin Madigan. Madigan to the 30, 20. Nope.
Yep. Touchdown.
No, that is Jude Holler.
Yep.
Jude Holler.
61 yards for Jude Holler, and the Grizzlies strike quickly, Mike. Hope springs eternal. Hope springs eternal.
Well, it backfired on the Eagles, and
Jude Holler, number 21, picked that up, and boy, he was off to the races. And boy, that makes a difference. Now, 8 and 9 minutes to go. Grizzlies got a little bit of life.
Lazaretti on for the PAT. A big PAT. Schmelter to hold. Kick is up.
Laz got it.
It is good.
All right.
35-21. Just like that, the Grizzlies down 2 scores again. Take a look at it.
Well, you could expected this. This is not uncommon play when you get a penalty like that, even though they're up. But give Jude credit. Boy, he had the awareness to grab it and then just go. And
and he's looking behind him chasing him as Carter Jenny.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 number 4s on the Avon roster, so it's either Carter Jenny or Jackson Brokaw.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens here. This Grizzly defense has got to show some life, Mike. This second half, they had a good third quarter, no points, but that last drive was pretty impressive. They've been on the field a lot. They've converted some big third down and a fourth down conversion. So this defense has played a lot of snaps already in the second half. But this is win or go home. So you don't want to hear about being tired at this point in the season. You got to give it all you got.
No, 8:54 left. You leave nothing on the field, and Kirk, are you talking about an onside kick here if you're Wadsworth?
I don't know. What I'm seeing by Avon is they got a lot of their linemen. Number 60, number 77.
Yeah, I see
they got
them,
some of their big guys out there, which is unique. And I've always thought about that. Kickoff, the guys up front, make them your best blockers.
Steve, yeah.
Well,
okay,
no.
Right.
I'm saying in a normal kickoff situation.
Right, in a normal kickoff, yeah.
Let the guys up front be your best blockers, because if they can get a good block and stymie, that gives you some extra time. But
now, they're expecting the onside, I think.
And they got some. I'd bounce it right off one of these big boys' chest.
Lazaretti looking to onside kick.
Yeah, he sure is.
He's lining up for it.
They got Barr over there on the far sideline.
It bounces, and it is recovered by Barr.
Well, he had to do it.
Yeah.
Lazaretti was looking to get a funny bounce there at the end, and it just didn't get that kick up that he wanted. And now, they're going to take over on their own 45-yard line.
But I think you're right. As a kicker, and I know Lazaretti's a rookie kicker, you want to eye up one of those big defensive linemen and just shoot it right at him.
Just try and drill it off his chest.
Yeah, we'll take another look at Petro's onside attempt here, and Jude Holler in the right place at the right time.
And that was a really good onside kick. Boy, look, you sweep it, and it bounced right up to Jude's running towards it, catches it, and they're like, whoa. No one saw him. He came from the backside.
Elder now whistle and play stoppage as flags fly.
Defensive offsides.
Offsides.
I tell you, Mike, this has just been disappointing to see the uncharacteristic nature of this defense tonight. We can't give them free yards down 2 touchdowns.
Now the Eagles now in Grizzly territory after the penalty. First down and 5. from the 49.
Boy, the Grizzlies could really use a turnover in this position.
Keontae Smith in the backfield, who's had a tremendous game, nearing 100 yards rushing in this game, and there hasn't been a back against the Grizzly defense to run for 100 yards this season. Keontae Smith.
Hand off to Smith.
Left side.
He gets wrapped up.
He had about 3 on the play, bring up second down.
You know, their offensive line generated that run, Mike. I mean, they just pushed, and he just ran behind him and got what he could get. But, it resulted in a 3-yard pickup just from the surge. And now it's 2nd and 2. You can run anything you want in this situation. Don't be surprised to see the Eagles take a strike.
That offensive line from left to right, Max Hauk, Braden Patrick, Jake Fitch, Caden Krugman, and Ian Engelhardt on the right side. 2nd down and short now for the Eagles. 2-by-2 set.
Yep, here we go. He's going deep. He's going deep.
Got a man wide open.
Yep.
And it'll be pushed out of bounds. That is number 22, Finn Jordanek, who's had a tremendous game tonight for the Eagles.
Jordanek, he's had a jet sweep. He picked up a big yardage. He's had some nice catches. And certainly that one, he just got behind Will Reese on that play, and Elder just dropped it in there. Tier dropped it in, and Will Reese is coming out.
Ball will be at the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Eagles. 2 receivers to the left of Elder. Keontae Smith in the backfield behind Elder. They will give to Smith.
Right up the middle.
Hesitates,
got a little leg drive going on.
Yeah, I mean, look at the drive and the passion out of 7. He refuses to go down.
He's going to get some help from some of his friends to kind of nudge him forward, and he's going to pick up 7 yards on that, just right up the middle, where it looked like he was stopped pretty quickly, and he's coming out.
Jacob Ernest and Brad Watson on the stop for the Grizzlies. And wow, the momentum, Art Wright just got quiet.
Yeah, the Jordanek reception really, again, whenever the Grizzlies have had some opportunities, Eagles have just come up with a big play.
Barr now in motion to the far side. Elder will give this Wendell left side up the middle. It continues to spin and drive inside the 5-yard line.
And he's going to pick up a 1st down inside the 5, Mike. And the Eagles, as much as I hate to say it, Mike, they're just leaning on us up front now.
Yeah.
And 1st down at the 5, we're going to see a heavy dose of this Avon Eagle run game.
So Blake Elder. Ball at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal now for the Eagles. We're inside of 7 minutes remaining in this one. And those are the big guys up front for the Avon Eagles. They've dominated the line of scrimmage tonight in this one.
Yeah, it looks like Dylan Luker checked in, number 44.
This is Wendell again. And
he's going to get up inside the 2.
Yeah, maybe get a yard or 2.
Yeah, he's going to pick up several. And we're going to make a line change ourselves, but 6.5 minutes to go, Mike, and
2nd down and goal.
it is it's going to be very, very tough for the Grizzlies here. 2nd down to keep the Eagles out of the end zone. I don't know what's so complicated. If I'm Coach Elder, I just continue to do what I've been doing. Keontae Smith in the backfield.
Yeah, you're not going to throw the football. You're just going to continue to pound it between the tackles.
Yeah.
This time it's Elder,
and he stopped short.
Jacob Ernest on the stop for Wadsworth. Also there, it looks like
Jude Holler getting a little extra activity in the back of the end zone from number 66 there, Braden Patrick.
So 3rd and goal from the 1 for the Eagles.
Yeah, and this is 4-down territory. He's going to try to put this game away if he can. So if they're not able to get it across here on 3rd, you can guarantee they're going to go for it on 4th.
Kasich to the left side of Elder. Behind him is Smith.
Yeah.
They will give to Smith, and he will reach over the goal
I don't know.
line.
I don't know if they're going to say, they're going to give it to him. Touchdown, Keontae Smith. He squirts in. And Avon goes up by a 3rd score yet again.
Now 41-21, the Eagles answer the Grizzlies' touchdown of Jude Holler. And the Grizzlies just really unable to close the gap.
Yeah.
Freddie Hughes checks in on that field goal block unit. Petro on for another PAT. On for the hold is Finn Jordanek. Hold is good. Kick is good. Goes over the field house into the parking lot.
And the score here, 3-score lead by the Eagles here with 5 minutes to go in the game, 42-21. Avon answered the onside kick touchdown and came back with another of their own. And, Mike, I have to say I'm a little bit stunned. The film I watched, I knew the talent that Avon had, but I'm looking at the matchups that the Grizzlies presented. And I tell you what, you got to give all the credit in the world to Avon. They have really, they've blocked us very well. They have attacked us relentlessly up front on defense, and our offense just not had much of a counter overall.
Well, I'm trying to look to see if he was in, but it doesn't matter. But you're right. They have really attacked on both sides of the football tonight, and they've dominated on that. And I know that Coach Todd and his staff talk a lot about, like, you have got to be the aggressor.
Right.
You've got to attack. You've got to have pre-snap discipline and post-snap attack. And I just feel like Avon has won in that department tonight.
I agree, Mike. Our offense just haven't had much of a counter. And certainly Avon has been relentlessly attacking us. Not that they're tougher or more aggressive, but the system that they put in to attack this game tonight, the scheme that they put in place has really been to attack the Grizzly offense, and it's negated our explosiveness.
And that will be picked up at the goal line. That is Will Reese. Reese drops his head, drops his ball, and it's fumbled. Avon will get it at the 21-yard line. And another Grizzly turnover. Will Reese is down on the field. Helmet is off. Well, we hope he is okay. We do not.
They're covering up his lower body. That's not good.
That is not good for Will Reese. That is Will Reese, the senior.
They're calling for the cart. Yeah. Trainer Todd is calling for the cart.
Quiet at Art Wright as the senior lays on the turf with the Eagles up 42-21, and the Eagles will have the ball. Will Reese just trying to make something happen on that special teams unit, the kickoff team.
We're going to have a break here, Mike, for a little while.
Yeah, we're not
seems like with the trying to get the cart on the field. Yeah, the training medical staff, they were out quickly, covered his leg up real quickly, that which is good for them. So there's a big lick on the lower body. So as we wait for the cart, this is going to be very difficult for this group of seniors, Mike.
Yeah, that's very.
And here comes the EMTs are out on the field now with a.
Can we talk a little bit about Will Reese, Crook, and the season that he has had in that defensive secondary?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's had some major crunches
Yeah.
this year, his senior year, and a big reason why the Grizzlies went undefeated during the regular season.
Mike, my heart's breaking for the Reese family. Hank, their older brother, who's gone on to Division I wrestler. He got hurt and missed his entire senior year. Noah, Will's younger brother, who's in that talented sophomore class that the Grizzlies have, he hurt his leg earlier in the season and went through some issues, and you can see the Eagles there, all quiet, helmets off, and taking a knee as well.
It could be one of their guys,
right,
and that's
exactly.
that sportsmanship. That's a classy thing to do. And again, coming into this football game tonight, we knew that this was going to be two football teams, going to play physical, going to play hard, and leave nothing on the field. And injuries are part of the game of football, but unfortunate that Will Reese trying to do something on the return to put the Wadsworth Grizzlies in really good field position. And down by 21 are the Grizzlies with 5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. This, again, regional semifinal, Region 2, Division 6.
The winner, and barring something miraculous from the Grizzlies, looks like the Eagles will emerge from this to go into the next week of the playoffs to play Highland, whose game is concluded already, and with a big win over North Ridgeville. And you can see a group of the Grizzlies here at the 50 praying down in prayer for Will. Just concerned about their guy.
Also want to give credit to that Avon training staff, medical staff. They saw what happened. And they were on the field immediately, as you said, to put the towel
Cover his leg.
over Will's leg. And thank you for that, Avon. The right thing to do.
Yeah, it looks like they've got one of those inflatables. He's pumping it up. So it must be some sort of compound issue on that lower leg that they want to stabilize. Don't want to. So we're hearing the replay, detail of the replay, an ankle that got caught up in the turf, and so
looks like it.
They're trying to stabilize it.
Yeah,
his ankle.
Yeah.
So they're trying to stabilize it, and
yeah. Oh, your heart goes out to him, as you said, Kirk, and
so it's really quiet here in Wadsworth.
We know that you got some great medical staff here in the area. Will Reese will be well taken care of.
There goes his brother. They're walking Noah over there.
Yep, Noah Reese.
Yeah. He himself, as I was mentioning, just coming back from injury, he hurt his knee. Talented player, was playing some as a sophomore here on varsity, and was playing quite a bit on the JV, and hurt his knee early, week 2, week 3, and has now come back, and I think just came back to practice last week. And you can see
how
Noah walking away. Yeah. That's his dad, Dan Reese. You saw jogging into that picture. His family has dealt with a lot of injuries over the last few years, and my heart goes out to them because they're good folks, and all their boys have been in this program and been big-time contributors.
As they work to get him onto the stretcher, and they'll put him in get a free ride to the emergency room.
You see Brad Watson over here. Mm-hmm. He and Will are very, very close. I know that from all the time I've spent around these boys, and I know it's really, really hurting Brad's heart to see his very, very close friend go down here at the end of this contest, and it's not what you want to see. It's been a really, really hard-fought game. Obviously, the Eagles have gotten the better of the Grizzlies on the scoreboard tonight, and they've really played a really, really good game. And you hate to see something like this at the end of the game when a player gets hurt.
How about Jaden Gross walking over there, giving Will Reese a hug?
Yeah, he's up. And you see some Avon.
This is classy, the Avon
over.
guys.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Grant.
There's a lot of respect between these two programs, and I'm really happy to see some of those Avon guys come over and give him some congratulations, as well as the Grizzlies come over and see him taken off the field, and just so we'll see if we can let the medical professionals take care of Will, and Coach Todd can get his team back together and get them focused a little bit. And
yeah, I think that's the key. I mean, that's an excellent point, Kirk. And I was just thinking about that myself. Is you got to take a few minutes now, and you've got to refocus. You know, you've got to finish the football game, and certainly that's what Will Reese would want you to do also. And
well, we called him the hammer.
Lamp.
Yeah, he's upset. You know, these players are really going to take this, but you know, they see the clock. They see the time left on the clock. They see one of their brothers go down with a pretty significant injury, and they see that this is the ending is approaching, and the game's not over. You know, we got to get both teams refocused, and let's finish this out.
Will Reese, also a very important part of that Grizzlies secondary.
So we're going to get Avon's getting lined up here on the 35-yard line. I don't know if he's going to have them jog it out, just getting them warm. We've been delayed here for well over 10 minutes. Just see if the officials give us a little bit of time to let these two groups.
Coach Todd there whispering something there into
Coach
Will Reese, Mountain Joy as well. And you know, Coach talked about, you know, this is a family.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody here is important. And you want the best for these kids. As you see, Will Reese will make his way off the field for the last time at Arkwright Stadium as a footballer with the Grizzlies, but unfortunately it is with some assistance on the stretcher. You see the air boot, air cast on the right ankle.
And so the refs are going to give us a little time here, let both sides warm up. It is a cold night. You know, we talked about how crisp it is, and these players, when they're playing, not as big a deal, but certainly when you stand around for 10-plus minutes watching, you know, they're going to, both sides going to get them a chance to warm up, get that blood pumping a little bit, and get the muscles cranked up, and we'll see. You know, Coach Todd's going to have to get his guys to refocus. You know, we saw some of the offensive players, you know, Calix in an embrace with one of the coaches, and some of the other players, but they got to refocus and finish this game. Finish it, you know, give the game the respect it deserves, and certainly we don't like to see injuries, Mike, but, you know, we're going to play this game out to the end, and
No, you're right, and that's Grizzly football, you know, regardless of what has happened here. As the Grizzlies continue to stretch, is that you do finish.
Yeah.
And, you know, you have the defending Division II state champions in your house. You were down by 21 points, but you continue to play hard, and that's Grizzly football. From whistle to whistle, sideline to sideline, you're going to continue to play hard, and we know that they love their brother out there, and Will Reese. They'll get refocused and finish this football game.
Yeah, like I said, you know, if the Grizzlies were going to have to end their season tonight, you certainly don't want to pile on that fact by having such a gruesome injury as what Will just suffered here to end the contest. So, yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a...
Well, we'll see what Coach Mike Elder does, because it appears as the Grizzlies huddle up in front of the south end zone, where they have been so many times, this senior group, and their final game here at Arkwright Stadium. The Eagles will take over in Grizzly territory, and just an unfortunate event that occurred about 15 minutes ago. And it puts it into perspective. This is just a game.
Yep.
So the Grizzlies will break their huddle at the south end zone. Coach Todd having a conversation, more than likely, you know, refocusing his football team.
Grizzlies offense will take the field there. I'm sure the refs have got the ball marked.
I think it's
Grizzly defense. I'm sorry.
It's Grizzly defense.
I forgot. Avon recovered the fumble.
Yeah.
Not going to give the Grizzlies offense hasn't had much. I don't know if they've taken a couple snaps here in the fourth quarter, Mike. I mean, it's a long drive by the Eagles. We got the onside kick for a touchdown and then kick it off to them. And Eagles get the ball again on our onside kick and drove it down. And so they offensively, the Eagles have had the ball most of this quarter.
So Avon has got the ball at the 21-yard line.
He's just going to hand it up the middle.
Run up the middle for a short gain on the play for the Eagles. On the carry is number 35. That's Michael Colburn.
Yeah, we're getting down. He has had some carries here. When Smith went out earlier in the year, he was counted on to get some carries, but it looks like he's going to probably finish this out.
Second down and 7.
And would imagine that Coach Mike Elder, again of the Eagles, but this play clock will likely run all the way down. Second down and 7 for the Eagles.
Yeah.
3 receivers to the right side. Killian Hasig and a tight end to the left side. This time they'll give to Colbert again, and he'll
he's
get wrapped up and stopped by Jacob Ernest.
Yeah, they're gonna get him back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be it. And so it's going to be 3rd and long for Avon, and as you said, they're just going to let the time click as much as they can, let that clock run down. Third and 7, and they are taking their time. 20 seconds on the play clock, so they won't snap this ball before 3.5 minutes here, Mike.
Coach Elder, in his tenure with Avon, this is the very first road game, playoff game, in a visitor's stadium. This time the Colburn again will weave his way inside that defensive line.
Pick up a few
of the Grizzlies, and he's going to be stopped again by Jacob Ernest. Also on the stop is Brad Watson. Brad Watson is down on the field, but he's got a cramp. He's trying to stretch that right leg out. That will stop the clock.
Yeah, he's asking for some stretch.
Yeah. And I think there to help him is Gavin Madigan. I saw Gavin run up. So that'll stop the clock with 3:08 remaining.
Yeah, Brad's going to have to come out of the game. They called a official timeout, so Brad's going to have to come out.
DJ's going to go in, Dom Jackson.
He'll go in for Madigan, and you're probably going to see Gavin slide up into possibly, or maybe Stoops will slide up into that role.
Stoops may slide up into that linebacker role.
Yeah, and DJ will play that outside edge. Fourth and 4, a long 4. You thought Coach Elder may practice his field goal, as he's looking forward towards Highland next week and beyond. Maybe he'd give his field goal unit a chance here, but he's going to not try to put points on the board necessarily, but just run it and see if they can pick it up and really just kill the game.
Yeah, no, I believe that's exactly what he's doing. His play clock is now under 10 seconds. 4th down and 4 for the Eagles.
There's going to be a run here. Oh, a little bit of a pass.
A little throw, and it'll be incomplete.
Incomplete. Turnover on downs.
Pass intended there for Finn Jordanek.
1st and 10 Wadsworth.
2:25 left in this one. Avon 42-21, and the Grizzlies have won this group 3 Suburban League National Conference championships.
Yeah, they've really done well. They've run into a program for the last couple years in Avon that is just like you said, best in the state, and this is going to be the benchmark for the Grizzlies.
The empty backfield. Hall to Cooper Gray. Cooper
finding some room, gets upfield.
Good gain on 1st down, enough for a 1st down for Cooper Gray. That is a gain of 11 on the play for the senior coming out of the backfield on the pass reception. 3 receivers to the right. McNeil, Maddox, and Lemp. In the backfield is Cooper Gray. Dawson Mendel in the H-back. Give is to Gray.
Pauses and surges for about 8. Looks like they're going to give him the 35.
They'll give him 8-yard gain on the play for Cooper inside of 2 minutes on this one. And
let's see what they call here. The Grizzlies just trying to move the ball, a little bit of 2-minute drill. Like you said, they're just going to keep playing, Mike.
This time
Quickly
it's
out
out the Lemp. Lemp, if he can get to the second level, could be
Got a
trouble.
first down.
And Lemp with a first down, that'll stop the clock temporarily until the chains get set. Minute and a half left in this one.
Dane Sexton on the tackle.
So as we wind down here, Kirk, any final thoughts?
Well, Mike, like I said, obviously we wanted the Grizzlies to prevail. They have not. I guess my thoughts is that Avon has come in here and they schemed us up properly, and they did a great job, Mike, in really taking it to the Grizzlies and just counteracting everything that the Grizzlies wanted to try to do. And the Grizzlies had a great season, but it's going to come to an end to one of the most outstanding programs in the state.
Yeah, and we might be looking at a repeat state champion in Division II in Avon. There's Cooper Gray breaking it. Cooper to the 40. He'll be tripped up short of the 40 to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, they're just going to try to run this. He's running hurry up. He's trying to get the ball around. It looks like we got a lot of seniors in there. Their last time here on the field. Cooper one more time. Let's see if he can break one. He's going to get upfield. Going to pick up about 6, and that might be it.
We got one more play here at Art Wright Stadium. It is 2nd down and 4, and congratulations to the Avon Eagles. They will move on to the regional final in Region 6, Division II, and take on the Highland Hornets next week, and this will be the final play at Art Wright Stadium. Cooper Gray will get the carry.
Oh, I could not break it there, Mike, and that's been the story of our night. He's going to pick up.
Merrick Dunn on the stop for the Eagles, and the Avon Eagles have yet to be beaten by a team from Ohio in 2025. Their only loss from a team from Florida. As the Grizzlies season comes to an end, they go 11-1 on the year. Avon advances to 11-1.
And they'll play Highland next week at a location to be determined, Mike.
Yeah, so you want to check your, if you're interested, check the Ohio High School Athletic Association website for that location or your local media. It should be a good one next week, Highland and Avon. But for the Grizzlies, congratulations on a terrific season, three-peat of Suburban League National Conference champions. Want to thank our WCTV crew, Aiden Uzinski on camera upstairs, Abe Hapron as well on camera upstairs. In the end zone camera, Joanne Perino, and our producer-director downstairs, John Bernard. For Kirk Gray, I am Mike Elkins. The final tonight, Avon 42, Wadsworth 21. Good night, Wadsworth.
Watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.